Hello and welcome to another episode of Gaming Garnish. I'm your host Brad. I'm joined today by Jake.
Hello.
Ben.
Hello.
And Joe.
Hello.
I'm going to kick this episode off with a listener question.
Oh, yes.
I know, this one comes from listener...
We do have listeners.
Yes, some. This one comes from listener Carl RP1997, and he asks, do you think it's more violent to play a shooting game like Fortnite or COD, or play The Sims and murder a whole family in a pool by removing the ladder? I thought it was quite a fun question to start the podcast off. You know, we're trying to not be negative. So what do you guys think?
I think it's the intention that's the problem.
Yes.
We never kill a whole family out of self-defense.
No.
Well, it depends on the family.
Well, situation, it's your job. It's your thing to go and do that.
I think
so in a war game.
Yeah, that's the thing. We answered this a little bit in the Discord, and I think that was a general sentiment. You go to a game like Fortnite or Call of Duty with the intention to shoot other people, and there's kind of that like cognitive dissonance almost where, although you are shooting people, it almost doesn't feel like you're shooting people. It's more like just an objective point. It's a way to get points on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Whereas in Sims, there is no benefit.
No, it's extremely personal as well in The Sims. It's almost a crime of passion.
Yes.
You've grown up with that family. You've got them to be like in a job. They've got a house. They've been able to afford to put a pool in the back garden. And now you're bored. So you think, what can we do now?
Is this like...
It's morbid curiosity.
This kind of sounds like an allegory for farming. You raise them up just to slaughter them.
Yeah.
Like if I remember back to the original Sims, I think I used to just put fireworks in the house to see what would happen.
Jesus.
Obviously, everybody would set ablaze.
I thought it was hilarious to remove the shower when they were showering. That was what I did.
And they just stayed pixelated forever.
Yeah.
See, we all did horrible things to our Sims.
I used to fill a room with rugs and furniture, take away the door and put a fireplace in there.
Exactly. Same with the fireworks.
You guys are psychopaths. Jesus. But I think
who's going to survive the murder house?
It does come back to that question of, when, back in like the 90s when people were worried about gaming's impact on...
Oh, it makes society violent.
Yeah, I think that is a load of
people that played The Sims were the ones they had to worry about, clearly.
Yes. Yeah. I think there's a distinction between games where you're supposed to kill people, and yes, I suppose it lowers the... I don't know, it makes killing, quote unquote, not feel like a big deal, but it's kind of because it's not. It's a game. Whereas in Sims...
Well, I think there's actually statistics to prove that gaming lowered the threshold for like murder in society because they could get that outlet virtually instead of going and murdering people in real life.
Well,
just to see what it was like.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I agree
like some
with
sort
that.
of anger therapy.
Anger therapy, maybe not murder. I think if someone wants to murder, I don't think gaming as an outlet is probably going to stop them doing that.
No,
I think they probably need other interventions. But
I've got images of Brad smothering a sim now going, it's better for me and you.
Yeah.
With a pillow.
I was the only one who didn't murder the Sims.
That's the problem. This is the problem.
Maybe.
The rest of us were normal.
You guys all got it out of your system on Sims, whereas I did.
We accepted death in Sims.
Well, thank you very much for the question. It was a great way to start the pod. Shall we move on to what we've been playing, though, and get some actual gaming talk going?
Yeah.
Ben, let's start with you.
I have been playing a lot, and I haven't had time to actually work out what I've been playing because
it's all
my
in your
brain
mind,
is terrible. And I was supposed to write it down, but I was far too busy doing games coming up. So what I've been playing, I played a few hours in a game about digging a hole.
Oh, yeah, great game.
Is that the title of the game?
Yeah, it's the game.
Yes, that is the title of the game.
Yeah.
And you,
I've seen it. You just dig a hole.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
There's so much more to it than that, though, Brad.
The
lore runs deep, literally.
So I've done my first run on that. And
what is it like?
Sorry?
Yeah, a roguelike. You said you did your first run.
Yeah. It starts off with a person and a checkboard numbering how many times you've died, I think, is what that is.
Mm.
It is, yeah.
And then you go down and carry on digging your hole. That's it. It's a bit of a. I don't want to tell you what's at the bottom because it's a spoiler for people that are going to play it.
What's on the way then?
Well, you just go through different better ores, find treasure, find random things. You're only in your back garden, by the way, and you just keep running into your garage to sell everything on.
I was going to say, what do you do with the ore and stuff?
Yeah, you just sell it all.
To upgrade your auto shovel.
So you can get back up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a jetpack.
Oh.
Or you do what I do,
and fun than you think.
You dig ramps instead of digging straight down.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do as well, Joe.
That's what I started doing, but then I bought the jetpack because it was like $1 or something. It's really cheap because you've got the way to get out. But there's a bit of a trade-off for your auto shovel. Takes power. Also, your jetpack takes power. So if you leave yourself too short in battery, you won't get back out of the hole to go and buy charge.
And then what happens? You just die.
You die.
Yeah.
If your auto shovel runs out of power, it blows up. I think.
Oh,
what the hell's an auto shovel?
It's literally a piston with a shovel blade on the end.
Right. Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've had fun with that. We had another session on Silent Hill F.
Oh, nice.
We
that's your group session, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's how we play those games because we have a lot of fun doing it. There's a lot happened. My goodness.
I think I know the bit you're at.
Yeah. There's 3 trials. We're not going to go into it.
Yes.
I did make a Howley werewolf joke, but I won't go any further. And I've got I think 3 chapters left. So
you're quite near the end.
I'm in hell now.
Oh.
I'm in the dark side. I will come back apparently and then go back into dark because I wanted to get the information to let you guys know where I was with it because I know you've already finished and you're chomping at the bit, Brad.
Well, I will jump off the back of that then because I alluded to it last episode that I did finish it and forgot to talk about it. But yes, I have finished Silent Hill F and I really enjoyed it. How have you found it up to the point you're at?
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
As I had the incident with Alan Wake, different ball game. This is the proper survival horror to me. This is a proper.
You think?
Yeah, this is better.
Silent Hill 2?
I massively disagree there. It's definitely not better than Alan Wake 2.
Oh, it is to me. It is to me way better.
Okay,
it's kept me wondering mostly. Like we're trying to guess what has gone on in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously an incident.
Yeah, stuff's clearly happened and you're sort of trying to ascertain what is, because especially with Silent Hill, like what is, I suppose, in the mind, what is real, what is, what is going on. And there is multiple endings and the game kind of, you'll find when you get to it, it has an ending, but it leaves so much open.
This is the most spoiler-free chat I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Well, it is a very current game, and we don't want to ruin it for people. It is totally for the story. It's an amazing game for that. Me
and Lucy looked up the endings because I think you have to finish it 4 times to get the full endings, and the endings are very different. It's not like a little bit; it's like a completely different boss, a completely different cutscene. Loads of different things happen. So it's worth seeing them, but I would probably recommend if you don't want to play through it another 3 times.
We probably will do that, to be fair, because it takes us long enough to get through a full game anyway, because it's maybe once a month maximum is what we can get to it. So
of course.
You can imagine we're not doing 15-hour games.
Yeah. The story and the themes I thought were definitely its strongest elements. And some of the really dark places it goes. My biggest letdown for it was the combat. It's just not good, to be honest. It's
I can get that. I can see that.
And I think that's one of the reasons why, for me, Alan Wake or the Silent Hill 2 remake even is better, because Silent Hill 2 remake's combat isn't great, but because you're not relying on the melee, well, you are because you don't want to use your bullets, but you've always got the bullets as well. It definitely felt better.
But I see why they've done it, because they're not going to give a school kid a gun.
No, and the time period that it's in, it wouldn't make sense for it to have like an arsenal of weapons either. So, it does make sense. It's just not the strongest combat. And by the end of it, I was kind of a bit I wanted to see where it was going, definitely, but I was definitely a bit sick of how it plays. However, at the bit you're at, you do get some more sort of abilities, quote unquote, which spice things up a little bit, but they don't carry over to the real world.
Yeah, from the hell side,
yeah.
That's part of the aspect about it being survival horror, though, isn't it? The combat's not meant to be great if you're trying to survive. Like that puts
but I never
that's the horror aspect.
I never found it hard because it's okay. You've got your melee weapons that break, but they're in relative abundance. Most of your items are to manage your sanity, which on normal difficulty you don't really need to manage. You don't
have to worry about it.
And then it's all health. So I just had so many health items, it kind of became impossible to die.
We've got to that point, but it gets frustrating because obviously you have in-game currency of faith, so you go and offer things to shrines, and you can unlock abilities or make yourself more health or make yourself better at things. And we're finding we can't pick the items up because we have an abundance of health blocking our inventory all the time.
Exactly the same.
Oh, does it have the attache case style inventory?
Not the attache case style, but you've got like, say, 10 items you can carry, and you can increase it over time to like 11 and 12 and 13, whatever, but you can have so many items to carry. And
the items not stack.
To be fair, there's not
some of them do.
Yeah, but you get 3 bandages to 1 slot.
Oh, okay.
And some items, even health items, you can offer, which gives you this faith currency. So it's kind of like a risk reward. Do you want the faith or do you want the health item? But then some items you can't offer, and some items you can only offer.
And they're the ones you have an abundance of.
Yeah. First aid kits, which I just found myself never using because I never needed to.
No. It's been an emergency the odd time in a battle. Like we've got you get little pendants to put on in a different part. That will give you strength and ability in a certain type. So if you're using a durable weapon, say, the wolf pendant thing will make you stronger with a heavy weapon. Say, this kind of...
you can only have one unless you increase the capacity, and you can have 2.
We increase the slots. We have 3 of them now. And
I never did. I just increased my health and stamina.
One of them was a mirror. So the mirror will break instead of you dying.
Yes.
Makes sense. Yeah. And we've never ever used that once.
No, we've not. It's definitely not a hard game. But then again, I played it on story.
Good. Yeah, I was going to say we played it on story too. I would like to try it on a harder difficulty.
I believe
to see what it's like.
I believe hard is very hard. It's kind of like too big of a jump. So you almost want a difficulty in the middle.
Wait, so there's only story or hard mode?
Yes, and hard isn't like a lot of people started the game thinking story is like easy mode, which it is, and hard is normal, but it's not. Hard is hard.
It's just we put the puzzles to hard and
same
to story. So that
some of the puzzles are hard.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge at least. We have to talk it through sometimes to work out what we were doing and where we were going. But yeah, so far really good. Really enjoying it. Hopefully next session we'll finish it. The other one was I've been meaning to talk about it. We finally got out of the cave on Are We There Yet?
Oh,
Shout out Kendall. Have been doing this game now for weeks and weeks on end, and we've spent hours in this cave, and we've not been able to get out of it. We've got right to the top and fallen back to the bottom again every time.
Oh no!
And it is gutting. It's like a rickety mine shaft, but it's a vertical climb. So they're all like boards that are at silly angles and shapes and widths and things like that, and you've got to try and winch yourself up with a giant RV.
Why is it always the minecart levels that are super hard? Donkey Kong suffered the same fate.
Yeah, and every Souls game with them.
People dread the mine.
Yeah, you've got to be nearly there now.
Well, we clearly aren't because we're still going.
that's the aim of the game.
Yeah,
are we there?
We've had about 3 or 4 sessions where we've put 2 hours into getting out of this mine shaft. And fallen back to the bottom and lost it.
Oh no!
Like 3 sessions of 2 hours is just not what you want to do sometimes. And we're like, it's clearly a mistake we've made. Like I've fallen off and died, so was stuff. Or one of the times, the winch controller is a physical item, and you have to keep hooking it back on the shadow board in the RV. one of the times I put that down on the concrete outside and it slipped to the bottom of the cave.
Oh, no.
Now I can't control the winch anymore. It's gone. So one of the times we put like 4 winch controllers in and ended up with just one left.
Well, at least there's a checkpoint at the bottom of the cave and not the bottom of the, entire mountain.
We are outside now. We are back to driving. The RV can actually go into second gear again. That's fun for it, I'm sure. And yeah, back to enjoying it again.
Do the characters ever say, "Are we there yet?"
No, but they smoke and drink like it's gone out of fashion. It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's so
maybe
ridiculous.
that's why you're not there yet.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you also you cook burgers. You can get a little disposable barbecue outside your RV and cook burgers for health. It's brilliant.
Nice.
The whole game's just brilliant.
It does look good. It's something I've had on my radar, but I just don't know if I'll ever play it, to be honest. But it does look fun.
Like I said, I'll say it again. For the £6 I paid for it, you can't beat it.
You've got a lot of playtime out of that £6.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a couple more, but I think I'll leave that at that for now.
Yeah. Nice. Right, shall we move on to Jake?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
what is this order?
I know. I knew you were all expecting me to pick Joe.
Yeah.
That's why I went for Jake.
So I think I'll start this off by saying, God damn, I'm a sucker for superheroes.
Oh, I know what you've been playing.
That was a different website.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
So they're wearing costumes. I just can't out now. Over the break, so I've played this quite a few weeks ago now. I played Dispatch.
Very nice.
And thoroughly enjoyed it. Maybe I'm biased because, again, superheroes. And to be fair, I was quite surprised that I loved it as much as I did.
You finished it very quick as well.
Yeah, it's about how many episodes is it? There's 8 episodes.
5 hours long, isn't it? Ish.
No, it's probably each episode's probably an hour.
Oh, right, okay.
And there's 8 episodes, so it's about 8 or 9 hours, depending on like if you agonize over some of the choices that I did. And yeah, it surprised me more so because I've never really been into the Telltale games or the, what would you call it, choose your own adventure?
Yeah.
Sort of style.
Have you played any Telltale games?
I've actually watched my wife, Dulcie, play 2 of the Walking Dead ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And enjoyed them for the most part, just because I was watching them. It's more like a TV show. Maybe that's why I enjoyed this as well. But I've never really... I've played Detroit Become Human as well.
Yeah, it's not Telltale, but it's like a similar type. But they're more
You also played Road 96.
Very true.
But they're kind of more like quick time event-y sort of things, aren't they? Where you're making your choices sometimes just through dialogue, but sometimes it's through like... I remember seeing Lucy play Walking Dead, and like you might need to attack someone or attack a zombie. So you have to like drag your cursor across the screen to grab the knife and then stab the zombie. And if you don't do it, then that's your choice. You've like died or something.
Yeah, like Until Dawn.
Yeah. Where they're like interactive movies. Where this one, the gameplay is purely in the gameplay, the game sections, isn't it?
Yeah. So there is actually some QTE stuff.
Okay.
But you can't fail.
Yeah.
So let's say you miss a punch or something, then you will miss the punch, but maybe something else will happen to help you out. Yeah. Like another character will come in and punch them instead.
Yeah.
So some good DMing there.
Yeah. I mean, it's done by it's
Critical Role.
Yeah, it's in partnership with Critical Role as well. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think it's written by them or something, is it?
I'm not too sure. I think so. A lot of the people from Critical Role are in the show as well, or in the game as well.
In a show already.
Yeah. I keep going back to that because that's what it kind of feels like. It feels like a TV show. And so there's kind of like 2 halves to the game. There's the choices that you make, and then there is some gameplay in it. One of the gameplay aspects I thought was a bit naff, and that's the hacking.
Okay, I've not seen that.
So you're playing as you're kind of Iron Man, I suppose. You're Mecha Man at the start of the game, and you don't have superpowers, but you're in a mech, and you come from a family of superheroes who also have used this mech in the past. you get into a fight at the beginning, the mech gets basically destroyed, and then you get offered a job to become a dispatcher.
Yes.
Where you basically work for a company and you send out...
Deliver parcels.
No, you send out superheroes on...
Amazon Man.
You send out superheroes on quests. You'll get like quests coming on this map, and then you have to like assign superheroes to the quests, and it's up to you to decide who would be good for each one.
And does that affect the story?
Partially.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not like if you mess that up, a character will die.
No, okay. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
So half of that is because you're like, I suppose, super smart. You occasionally get a hacking mini game to either help people out while you're sending them out, or just part of the story in general. That was a bit... You're basically a ball, and you're going across this screen, and you're having to do like little things to get through, like putting like inputs and stuff. You have to go to an area, learn an input, come back, put that input in, and then you've got like enemies chasing you sometimes.
Yeah. Like viruses.
Yeah, it was, to me, that was a bit boring, those parts. But I really liked the dispatching part, where...
I've heard this sentiment from a lot of people.
Like, I hope if they make a season 2 that it's like way more focused and they add loads to this, because it's just fun. Like, they're all talking to each other as you're doing it over like the comms. It's funny while you're doing it. Well, it feels satisfying when they pull it off. Sometimes they don't pull it off, and they'll make little quips and stuff like that.
Well, from what I can tell, there's like 1, maybe 2 of those per episode.
Usually there's 2.
Yeah. So it's definitely more focused on the cinematics, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
But, it's fun to have a break and play those things.
Yeah, I think it's a nice balance between the two, to be fair.
Yeah.
Does the scene become entirely different depending on who you send, or is it like the same thing happening but with a different skin on the person who's there?
You don't really see what happens.
Oh, okay.
You just kind of see the text.
It'll tell you if they've passed or failed, and then they'll maybe say something, and it'll say what's happened, but you don't see a clip of what happened. There's too much going on.
They might get like injured, might they? And then they can't go on another run later because they have to rest.
Yeah,
but then that doesn't
it's more
really...
tactic style, and you choose.
Kind of, yeah.
But that
there is an actual game where you do that with emergency services as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've seen one on Steam, but it came out like ages ago.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but it's cooler with superheroes.
Yeah,
it is
cooler with
superheroes.
So then, when you're not doing that, you're obviously watching the very well animated sort of cutscenes, if you will.
Yeah, and well, speaking of that, the animation is top notch.
Well, I don't think it's sort of like in engine as such, is it? Or is it?
I think they're 3D.
Yeah.
To me, at first, I thought it was all like almost hand animated.
Yeah.
Like it looks so comic book. It's visually striking, but I think it actually is 3D. It's got that. I don't think it's in an engine necessarily, but it is 3D animated.
Yeah, it's not controllable. It's like baked in rendered.
You're not.
Looks good.
Other than like QTEs, I suppose you're not controlling the characters. And I think they've done well doing that, because sometimes in the old like Walking Dead ones, there those bits where you're like controlling the character walking around almost feels a bit pointless, slows things down a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas this just plays you the episode.
It looks very much to me like that show that Rooster Teeth did called Ruby. Like the later seasons look like the same animation that they've done for this.
Oh, I've seen that. Cool.
Yeah.
I think I know what you mean, actually. Yeah, it is similar. Yeah.
And story-wise, I've heard it's very good.
Yeah, really well written. There's a few moments that I was a bit like, I wish I didn't have to choose between those two. I would just not do that.
But you have to.
There's a bit early on where you have to choose somebody to cut from the team, and it gives you an option of 2 people.
And you didn't want to do either.
And I was like, they were my favorite 2.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh.
That's why you had to do it.
Yes, well, that makes it so much more impactful.
They were my favorite 2 at the time anyway, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
And then that really impacts like the story, because one of them you don't have on the team for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And then I suppose slight spoil is the other one comes back near the end of the game as well. And then you also get to pick a bit after that. You get to pick a new person to add to the team, and that's funny. The 2 characters are like somebody who's basically almost like Superman, but he's really depressed.
Yeah.
So,
I think another guy you're talking about.
Yeah, if he fails missions, he goes into depression, and he'll become like locked away for longer than normal.
Depression is funny.
Wait. But he's also
not funny. He's
not human as well. He's like almost like robotic.
Yeah.
And then there's the janitor they hire at the same time as you called it, Water Boy, and he basically shoots water out of his mouth.
Isn't that a film with Adam Sandler?
It is. Yeah, I was
just going to say.
High quality H2O.
I picked the Superman guy. Yeah. I was like, no, he needs to be picked too. I'll cure your depression, man.
Are there villains in it?
There are villains.
Are they against super villains as well? Because I've never really seen any of the bad characters in any of the promotional
So technically, your team, you're controlling the Z team.
It's like the Suicide Squad, isn't it?
Yeah, really? And they're ex-villains.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a project that the company are trying to bring in, where they're reforming ex-villains. And I think they get they've been taken. I don't know if it's been taken out of prison. It doesn't really elaborate that much, or they've come out of prison and then they've offered them this opportunity.
Cool.
Suicide Squad-esque.
I mean, that explains why there's a literal demon that you can hire.
Yes. Yeah. Malevola. She's one of the best ones, actually.
She's played by Alana Pierce, isn't she?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know there's a lot of YouTubers in it.
So I think the voice acting is really good, even though there are a lot of YouTubers in it. One of them is what's he called? Moist Critical, Charlie.
And I believe he's really good.
He's really good in it. Yeah. It's just his voice.
People too, Jake.
Yeah. Well, we technically are now. We're having that push on YouTube.
We are. Yeah. We'll be in season 2.
The Garnish
the Ninja Turtles.
We'll be the non-voiced NPCs in the background in season 2.
We just make pain noises.
Swearing at everyone.
Yeah. But the team's really good. When I saw him at first, I was like, "Yep, the demon lady, Malevola. She's cool. I'm going to have her on the squad." And then the bat guy who's Moist Critical. I was like, "Yep, he's cool." And then some of the other ones, I was like, "I don't know."
How many slots do you have on the team?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm thinking 8 for some reason.
Okay. There's a lot more characters than I thought there was then, if you have to swap out a lot of them.
Yeah, and then there's this really short guy called Punch Up, who I thought I was not going to like, but really liked him at the end.
That's a great superhero name.
Yeah, he basically, he just punches up. You know exactly where he's punching.
I've heard all the characters are very well written, and the art's very good.
Even the ones that I looked at and go, oh, well, they wouldn't be my favorite superhero. By the end, I was loving them all. To be fair, Golem's cool as well. He's just he's like Clayface, but he can't transform like Clayface, but he's big.
Yeah. It's definitely on the old list. I think I'll get to it this year.
Is it on Xbox or is it only PlayStation and PC?
I think it's on everything.
Okay. I think I might pick it up.
I don't think you can get it physical.
No.
But it's only £20, something like that.
I think I got it for 26.
26. So yeah, £20 to £30.
Yeah.
Which is decent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think on Steam it's a little bit less.
Cool.
Because usually it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it is really good. To the point on the Backlog website, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Whoa.
The story's really good.
The
animation's really good. The voice acting's really good. It kept me engaged. I literally played it over 2 nights. I think I did 3 episodes one night, and then the next day I was just right.
cracking on.
Just cracking on, did the next 5.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
There's something else you've been playing, isn't there, Jake? You've recently got into.
There is, but I will do that next time.
I was so excited to hear about that.
It's Armored Core 6 for everybody who's listening, but I will talk about that next time. Or maybe the time after.
Until Joe says, I've been playing Armored Core 6.
Game of the Year 2026.
I've actually played another game in between as well, which I finished, so I'll talk about that next time as well.
Okay.
Well, shall we move on to Joe then?
Yeah, I've been playing on the old Vita still for quite a bit. I'm on God of War 1 still.
Nice.
Nearly fully upgraded my Chaos Blades.
Oh, I have been playing it a lot.
Yeah, I didn't realise that it locked combos behind the upgrades until I'd done the first one. I thought, I swear there was more moves than this.
Yeah.
And it changes the look of them as well. And it doesn't show you that it does until you turn around and you go, oh, they look different to how they did 2 or 3 levels ago.
Yeah, I think they definitely do in the later games as well. Don't think they hold the combos back, but they do change the look. And they just look a bit cooler.
Yeah, they've got like the skull on the hilt now, and the blade actually looks like metal rather than stone.
Yeah.
Which I did kind of like the idea of having stone blades flying around, but they didn't look that interesting. Now they've got all like the cool edgelord jaggedy edges and spikes and stuff. Yeah. And I've got the Medusa head, which is so OP.
It's
just freeze anyone. Any enemy, even the bigger ones, they still freeze, but just not for very long. So as long as you can get 2 heavy attacks out on them when they're frozen, they're just so much easier to take down. So yeah, other than God of War, I've been playing a bit more Need for Speed Unbound. I think I'm nearly the end of the game with that.
Cool.
I'm on like they keep talking about this event that you get revenge on someone who stole your like the nice car from the start of the game. You know,
isn't
like
that Most Wanted story?
It's very, very similar, yeah. Well, all the Need for Speeds, it's all street racing, isn't it?
Yeah, so, it is. Pink slip at the beginning. You lose because they've rigged it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this one, you win the race, but the person who helped you win was working for someone else, and then they steal all your stuff in the night, and you start from zero. Like any Metroid game where you lose all your powers, or the original Need for Speed.
Gives you a taste of what you're going to be like at the end of the game.
Yeah. And I souped up a really nice old Lamborghini Countach, which is like my favorite car.
Yeah. That's quite a unique pick for a Need for Speed game.
Yeah, because I hadn't got down the drifting mechanics in it yet, and that was really good at taking turns normally.
Yeah.
But now I hate grip cars because they feel really slow to go around corners. And when you drift, it seems like you're going 90 mile an hour, but sideways.
Yeah.
And you seem to get a lot more nitrous back when you drift than when you just do a normal turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the end game story is like you get your car back from this woman. She's called Yaz, and like you take down her racing team. But I'm on the second to last set of qualifiers for that big race event, so I'm nearly done, I think.
Cool.
And by the time I'm finished, Screamers will probably be out, so I'll be playing that.
And then it'll be Forza
Horizon 6, which I'm also looking forward to.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the 2 games from me this week.
Okay.
Not that much to not that deep.
Nice and quick. Well, I'll go. I've already talked about Silent Hill F, so that was one of the games ticked off.
Yeah.
The other game I actually started. I don't know if you guys know, but last episode we interviewed Scott Telford.
No.
Oh my God.
And I might talk about this for the rest of my life.
No idea.
But he mentioned a game on our interview and also in his own podcasts that he's been playing, and it's Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Yes.
And it's just come to Game Pass.
That was one of his top ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in his top 3, yeah.
So I thought, you know what? My good mate, Scott Telford, has told me to play this game. It's now on Game Pass. I'm going to play it.
Nice.
So I was away with work the weekend just gone. I thought it's a perfect time to play it. So I downloaded it, and I've been playing that on my ROG Ally. In fact, I finished it this morning before I started recording this podcast.
That's why you were late.
I was 1 minute late. I was actually late because Lucy wanted to watch an episode of The Office. So.
That's right.
But it's a really good game. It's a really, really good game. And I think specifically you, Joe, will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Mainly for like the art. It's very like pixel. It's like an old sort of pixely. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, like that kind of like
16-bit
pixel art sort of stuff. But then it's like really fun. Obviously, you're playing as like, you're not actually playing as Ryu. You're playing as another 2 characters. I'll explain more in a minute. But the levels you're going through, they're like, I don't know, like a construction site, and you're going through the construction site, killing demons, and then you'll start like going down a hill while you're being chased by, a big like military truck, and you're like jumping from car to car. You know what I mean? And that
sounds like the start of Sonic 2.
Yeah, or like you're hanging from like a helicopter while you're like dodging things, or on a jet ski, and it's very like almost Action Man-esque, but it's like proper fun from like the 80s, 90s era of this type of game. But it's like really crisp. How it looks, but then also how it plays. At first, I didn't particularly enjoy it because when the game starts, you play as a Hayabusa ninja. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say Kenji, but I could be wrong. And your kind of only 2 moves are you jump and you press jump again. It's not a double jump, but it's like a spin attack. So that allows you to like jump on enemies and jump on projectiles.
That is very Sonic.
Or just your normal X / attack, which can deflect enemy projectiles or hit enemies. Most enemies die in 1 hit, or maybe 2. Some of the harder enemies take a few hits. So you're sort of really quickly running through these levels. But that was kind of it for the first level, and I thought that's a bit boring. I think by the second level... Sorry?
Were you blue in it?
Yes.
Coloured blue. You were literally coloured blue.
Yeah.
Wait, is it just a complete Sonic rip-off then? Everything goes in one hit. Everything's all jump on.
No, it's not. It's not a rip-off, but you are blue. Anyway.
I didn't expect it to be, yes. Not going to lie.
Is it made by Sonic Team?
I think it might be the second level, maybe the third level. You play as a female ninja from the Spider Clan. I think it is. Okay. And she's got like shurikens, so she's all ranged. But same jump and spin attack, and then the shurikens. I thought, is this kind of going to be it? You're just going to keep flicking between these two characters. And
was she called Amy?
No, but she is pink.
Oh my god!
Anyway, I think by like level 3, something in the story happens, and then you combine together. And when you combine together, then you get both their attacks, and then like, okay, this is a bit more sense now. You've got a range attack, you've got a close attack, and then you've also got like a special attack on your Y, which you can buy different versions. So one of them's like a like Castlevania, in Smash Bros, the Castlevania characters you play, Joe. You've got that axe attack that sort of arcs out of you. Like one of them is basically that, but it kind of goes through the map, so you can hit on walls. And then there's others. One's like a homing fan blade, and one of them's like a shield. So there's a few different abilities there. And then you've got like your ultimate sort of ability. So that started to flesh out the combat bit. It's still pretty basic, but then by that point in the game, you're rushing through levels super quick, bouncing on enemies, deflecting stuff, killing them super quick, and it's feeling really, really cool. It's really, really crisp, and say the aesthetic of it. I think you'll love it, Joe. But then the bosses come around, and they're really hard.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's a really good checkpointing system. So if you lose on a boss, you basically just spawn at the beginning of the fight. So it respawns pretty quickly. So you're going through them really quick. If you quit out, you do have to do the whole level again. So there was one point where I wanted to change my abilities up, and it made me do the whole level again, and that was frustrating because I couldn't beat the boss because the abilities I picked were a bit naff.
Eggman does get difficult.
Yeah.
But
you have to jump on his head really, 3 times.
They're really unique looking, but also really unique to fight.
Is there anything you recognise from any other Ninja Gaiden games, like 4 or 2? Like, is there any like similar boss demon style or anything like that?
Probably, but I don't know.
Couldn't name one.
No, I definitely couldn't name one.
There's no silver subway trains.
No.
As a boss?
No. I see what you're saying. No.
Yeah.
No. But like the last 2 bosses I got stuck on for a good like half an hour, 45 minutes each.
Yeah.
Like getting really close, almost feeling a bit like Soulsian, where you're just getting a bit better each time.
Yeah.
But because they're so lightning fast, they just feel really good to conquer.
Yeah.
When you're like dodging all the attacks and like getting a few slashes in when you can. You've not got like a stamina meter or anything, so it's all like super quick. But yeah, there's probably not much more to say in it. It is a very simple game. It's only about 6 hours, so it's really quick to get through. But I definitely just recommend giving it a go. Playing a good hour of it and seeing how you feel. And I think by the time you've put an hour into it, I think you'll probably have the itch to just get through it.
Do they actually fuse together then?
There's like a story.
Okay,
thing.
Right. I didn't know if like
goes into his.
Right. Okay. No, cool.
And and there's some cool like little platforming puzzles that so go into like a different world as the woman, and you can it's like this whole platforming thing. You've got like a time limit to get through it.
So it goes from Sonic to Dragon Ball then.
Yeah.
You really don't like Ninja Gaiden.
Do you become purple when they fuse? The mixture of pink and blue, you become purple?
Not that I can remember. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But give it a go. Honestly, really fun. Great soundtrack. Proper like.
And you say it's on Game Pass now?
Yes. I don't know. It's only just come to Game Pass, so I don't know which version of it's on. But because it's a smaller type game, I suspect it'll probably be on Premium rather than Ultimate.
Well, it's been out a while anyway, so it's not classed as a day one
it's
game.
Not new stuff, is it?
Yeah, so if it is on Premium, I give it a go. The only issue I had with it, in general, was although it came to Game Pass, it wasn't on, at least on PC, so on my Ally, it wasn't on the Xbox app.
Oh.
It only would let me cloud stream it, so I had to go off Windows full screen experience, find it in the Windows store, download it on the Windows store where it worked on PC.
That's strange.
And then play it from there. apparently it was just a weird glitch. I don't know whether it's resolved now, but that's how I've had to play it.
You could also have played it on your Series S.
It bars away.
Oh, right, okay.
So I couldn't. Yeah.
So it's probably outperforms his S, let's face it.
Well, probably not, to be fair, but... Yeah.
You've got so Ben hates Ninja Gaiden, obviously.
Yeah, and I've played like 3 in a year.
You've really got into Ninja Gaiden over the year. Yeah,
I'm glad I suggested it.
I know. Yeah, definitely recommend it. But that's it from me.
Nice.
That's it from me. So shall we move on?
But it's the news. We talked last episode about not doing as much negative news, but I feel like we're going to have to cover this. But we'll try and get through it quick.
Start with the negative news.
Yes.
And on the positive.
So this is our doom and gloom section.
We should have a new, what's it called?
Doom and gloom.
Doom and gloom.
Doom, it's the gloom.
Maybe we can do it like doom. Or do we do it the other way and make it really happy? No,
I like that. I like the down.
Well, you'll have to just make it a section so that people can skip it. The positives of the world.
There you go. I'll put it in the timestamps. So Ubisoft cancels Prince of Persia, Sands of Time remake, and is it 6 other games?
Do we have the names of those other games?
Yeah, but they've not announced what those games are.
Yeah,
but they have said 6, I think, unannounced games have been cancelled or delayed.
Yeah,
or is it cancelled and then they mentioned another number that's been delayed or something?
I'm not too sure.
I think so. I think it was so many has been cancelled, so many has been delayed.
Yeah,
but we don't know
what to fret over, is it?
We don't know what or when or what.
The only ones we know for certain are Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, which is so bizarre because last episode when we were having that
close to release.
Yeah, we were having that interview with Scott Telford from, and
hello Scott.
we mentioned that we talked about the Sands of Time remake. It was supposed to shadow drop.
We even the episode before that we had it in rumors.
We did. Yeah.
Shadow drop.
Did we even have it in games coming up at one point? I don't know.
No, we don't.
But it was supposed to come out apparently in January, and I saw, is it Tom Henderson, who's an avid leaker. He sort of releases a lot of leaks. Avid, you know what I mean? He's from Insider Gaming and he comments on a lot of leaks.
Please never describe me as that.
He needs 10 men.
You know what I mean. He said that apparently it was like ready to shadow drop on like the 16th. But they decided to delay it for some like tweaking to the, just to patch it up a little bit. And they just got cancelled.
Yeah.
So it must have been nearly out.
I don't know. Maybe people have been getting the wrong end of the stick behind the scenes, but you'd think if it was that close to coming out, you wouldn't cancel it.
But you say that Warner Bros are very bad at doing this as well. They've cancelled films that are ready. And apparently it's a tax break thing. Apparently if they work out the sales isn't, they'll get more money back from a tax break than if they actually sell the game. It's better to cancel it and claim the tax back rather than put the sales out or something. I don't fully know the financials behind it.
And because they were still working on it, they get to keep the IP rather than it being released.
Yeah. But whether or not they do anything with it, because that's the other thing. They've kind of put a lot of IPs on ice after this.
Yeah.
Which one did they say? Watch Dogs. They've basically said Watch Dogs is dead now.
Oh God.
I didn't think they'd make another one after the second one anyway, to be fair.
The third one.
Wait, is there Watch Dogs 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a DLC for the second game.
No.
Is that a reflection on how much it failed?
I think probably. That was such a missed opportunity.
If only they did everything they could do in the trailer, they would have done games.
It's crazy. And they probably could now. That's the thing. Anyway, so they announced these cancellations and delays. Rumours are the Black Flag remake has been delayed into
next year,
which is ridiculous. But anyway, and then they've announced the making of like 4 houses within Ubisoft.
Yeah, like splitting it up a bit.
Yeah, so they already announced that they were going to do this, and basically they're going to have these houses within Ubisoft where they'll focus on different IPs, and the way they've grouped the IPs is a bit weird, and I can't fully remember which sits into which, but it's like The Division and Ghost Recon and Splinter Cell or something are in one one bracket.
Yeah.
So all the Tom Clancy's.
Some maybe, but then I think some might be in others. And then you've got the live services, like I think we've got Rainbow Six in there.
Yeah.
So that's Tom Clancy's, and then like Skull and Bones and something else.
Which is weird.
In your live
you'd
services.
think The Division would be in there.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But it's not, because it's not being treated as a live service, thankfully. And then you've got like family stuff, maybe, which is like, I don't know, Rayman, and I don't know.
Which I have heard a rumor that there's going to be a Rayman remake.
Yeah.
Can you
another one.
This section, please. This is the dark section now. We have to do that in a different place.
And then they have recommitted to Beyond Good and Evil 2, because that fits in one of the other houses.
Oh, wow.
So that's
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is like the new Half-Life 3. Like,
yeah.
I've heard it so much. So, it's coming back. It's coming back. It's not coming back.
So, unfortunately, I can't remember exactly what sits into which, but they have split these houses. So they're going to be like managed by different things. And I want to say you can even like sort of have shares in these houses individually. I don't know if they've actually split them on like the stock market or something like that, but they've definitely been split.
You're a wizard, Tom.
Tom
Clancy.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, fair. I thought you meant Tom Henderson, the avid leaker.
Again, that's a different thing.
And you're a leaker, Tom. And then the stock prices of Ubisoft has like
obviously tanked.
Yeah, tanked. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I think it was at like $100 per share so many years ago, and now it's at like $3 a share or something ridiculous.
Buy the dip. Buy the dip.
Well, maybe it's good. We don't offer financial advice here in the Gaming Garnish podcast, but maybe now would be a good time.
I don't know. It's hard to see a future for Ubisoft at the minute.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, for a future that only costs $3, it's not.
But they do have
a cup of coffee.
They have so many IP. I think they have more IP than the likes of like Activision and EA. I think they could have been maybe not bigger than those, because they didn't have the massive live service games that EA and Activision have. But from a content point of view, from a number of IPs point of view,
how much Assassin's Creed sells?
Yeah, true. But they have so many IP that's just nothing's been done with any of it.
I mean, it's weird because it feels like Ubisoft has been been rumored to be bought out so many times over the last 2 years that I don't know how they can keep doing stuff wrong.
And also, like we mentioned last episode, that people leave Ubisoft and make better studios, and make better games. Yep. So there is clearly something wrong with management at Ubisoft. Yeah. The Gilmour family is not suitable.
Yeah, surely they need to be replaced at this point.
And I don't know why the shareholders kind of haven't stepped in and said, because I think they have, because it's a publicly owned company, I'm pretty sure they have the ability to kind of like force them out.
You'd think
I feel like they need to be forced out at this point, because they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, clearly.
Very wrong.
Clearly. I mean, loads of other people have lost their jobs there.
Yeah.
But they're still going, so.
I think Ubisoft was one of the, or if not the most, had the most number of employees as well out of all game publishers.
Damn.
Like they had a lot of employees, which is great, but not when you're sinking the ship.
No.
I think they can't be forced out if they own 51%. It's only if everyone else together owns more than 50%.
Yeah, and maybe you're right. Maybe the Gilmour family own.
Yeah.
God knows.
So if they had the biggest share at like 40%, they could be forced out.
Yeah.
But I think if they own more than half of it, they can't. They still like legally own it.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on from that. Unfortunately, we're still in a bit of doom and gloom, but
it's been pretty light-hearted.
Just
doom
put
and gloom,
we're seeing the light. We're seeing the light.
A lot of jokes and all sorts.
Just put the Mick Gordon soundtrack on it.
We're seeing the light high in the sky for Highguard. Unfortunately, it has dropped. And it is not looking.
It's not so high now.
It garnered like 100,000 players on day one.
So I think,
and then also dropped by 90,000 players in day one.
Yeah, but still, 10,000 players is a lot more than Concord had.
Yeah, true.
A lot more than Concord had.
It also released.
It seemed to pop off at first. It seemed to pop off.
Yeah.
But,
I think
it was more curiosity.
Yeah. I think the general sentiment.
Probably.
If you cut through all the people who have like 10 minutes on the game and have just then got enough time to give it a bad review on Steam, which I think is a good portion of those reviews. If you cut through all that, the general sentiment is it's fine. There's a lot of issues.
It's a competent game.
Yeah. I think it's well made in terms of its gameplay, but it's like game mode, for example, isn't well thought out, and there's a lot of issues with the flow of.
Yeah, I've just heard it needs a lot of work because, like, the way the loop works is, I think there's like, what would you call it?
There's a few.
There's a looting phase.
There's like rounds, isn't there?
Yeah.
Your first round is like put up defenses and stuff, and which seems a bit pointless because apparently, like, you'll barricade a wall, but it's so easy to destroy the wall anyway that it's pointless to put a barricade up anyway. And then the next round is going around this massive map, which is cool, and looting, but apparently the looting is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
You get
it's only 3v3, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it's 3v3. So in this looting
on this
round,
massive map.
I
will say, as of yesterday from recording this, they announced a 5v5 mode is coming to it.
Okay.
Now, they dropped the 5v5 mode, so at least they're making changes quickly.
In less than a week.
Positive, isn't it?
They're responding to feedback quickly, which is good. I think by the signs of it, the gameplay, like the guns and the riding your horses and doing all that, is good. They just need to really rethink the game mode.
Yeah.
And maybe there could be something there, but
I've also heard it doesn't play very well on PC.
No, the performance isn't very good.
There is that.
The things I've heard about it most are that it's not that inspired, and the fact that it was dropped as a one more thing has shattered its reputation. Well, if this was dropped as like a little side game,
so it was supposed to shadow drop at the Game Awards. Okay, but it's only because Keighley showed interest in it and wanted to have it as the one more thing that they delayed it and put it as the one more thing, because he said we can't say no to that publicity. And they're right, they got a lot of publicity from it.
Just not good.
No,
it's a hard rock to get out from under.
It is. I think it was SkillUp who said, which I think is a really good sort of description of it. So the aesthetic of it, although it's not that inspired, it looks like a lot of other things, but the aesthetic implies it's going to be a very casual experience. The actual game feels like they're trying to tailor it more towards a hardcore experience,
sweaty experience,
which is
sweaty experience.
And those people are already well serviced by other games in the genre. So they kind of they're aiming for the wrong thing, and I think if they strip it right back, make it more casual, focus on the game mode, because it's like a capture the flag type thing, and there's not a lot of games out there that are like capture the flag, first and foremost. So there could be something in it.
Do you know what it really looks like? That Paragons game that came out ages ago.
Is
like it's a MOBA.
Yeah, Paragons was like the realistic looking one though.
Was it? Is it not the one that's like cartoony, futuristic fantasy?
You're not thinking Paladins.
Paladins, that's the one.
Paladins was, but it was first person.
Also had horses.
This is first person, isn't it? Yeah, it was very similar. Yeah, I agree. And I think you had mounts on that.
It's hard to.
Yeah, you did.
You did, yeah.
It's hard to hit this market, to be honest, anyway. Like, if you don't come in like, and you're not the best thing since sliced bread, you're not going to break this market.
CSGO.
The fact that it's free to play, I think, will help.
Yes,
and it might garner enough of an audience to just keep them.
I think that's why Concord just died.
Agreed. Yeah, 100%.
I think in like 2 years we'll see a resurgence in this game. People are like, see, it was good all along. Now you just need to discover it.
Hopefully they can weather the storm, because they do have quite the storm to weather.
Before we move on, I do want to quickly mention that Jeff, 2 days before it came out, Jeff Keighley posted a tweet referencing Jurassic Park. Was it?
Was it?
It was like a meme, and it was basically saying like, in 2 days you'll all be apologizing.
Yeah. Since then he's been doing a lot of tweets. About it.
I mean, I respect the guy. He must have really liked Highguard.
Does he have stocks in this company?
People keep asking him that, and he's like, no.
Okay.
But I think he staked a lot of his reputation on it and I think he probably feels guilty, because everyone knows that the fact that it was last on the game show and the Game Awards has done it a disservice, and he was directly responsible for that.
They just needed to swap the new Star Wars: The Old Republic fake game and the Game Awards. That would have been fine.
Even if it
have it as the first thing.
Even if it was the last game and it dropped there and then.
Yeah.
Maybe,
yeah. Just really bad.
Or if they were clear with what type of game it is, because it's not a hero shooter.
Yeah.
But the trailer made it look like hero shooter. So then at least people would have been like, okay, it's not exactly what we think it is.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some legs in it, but because everyone assumed it was a hero shooter, and then they went silent afterwards.
Yeah, it just looked too generic in the trailer. And to be fair, even now, I still think it looks a bit generic.
Yeah, but at least it's doing some new things.
Yeah.
But
anyway, let's get out the gloom. We've made it out the fog.
Yes.
And we are going to talk about the Xbox Developer Direct.
Yes.
Which was pretty cool. There was 4 games shown.
I always enjoy the Xbox ones because they're all, well, usually anyway, they focus on games coming to Game Pass. I think I say this every time.
Yes.
You get to the end of it and you think, those games looked good. Or maybe they look fine, but I can play all of them. Day one, or if you're not an Ultimate.
If you break the bank and get Ultimate.
Yes. But even if you don't get Ultimate, you will be able to play them all at some point.
Yeah, just next year.
In like 6 months' time or something.
Yeah. But there's a few games on PlayStation, for example, that I've seen it shows before that I'm thinking I really want to play that, and they've still not come to PlayStation Plus, and I've not bought them because I know they'll come eventually.
It's still like 40 quid minimum.
Yeah.
To be fair, PlayStation hardly do day one, so
or even like 6 months later sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's get into it. What was shown?
So it started off with Forza Horizon 6.
Yes.
This looks so good. I'm so excited to be drifting around those mountains once more.
It looks beautiful.
Yes.
I've
not done that since Forza 3.
Well, I've not played a lot of the more recent Forzas. I like dabbled in them a little bit. So I played Forza Horizon 5 for like half an hour on my ROG Ally just to get a feel for it.
Just to heat the bedroom up.
Yes. But like my biggest problem with that, and I think it's been the case on a few Horizon games, that you start off with like the best cars. And it really...
Do you?
Yeah.
In the old Horizons you didn't. But
No, but on 5 you definitely did. You start off, you do like an intro
do a showcase
mission,
event.
Yeah, where you're driving all these best cars. And then when you get into it, you can pick between like a Toyota Supra, like a brand new one, and some other... I can't remember what the other cars were, but they were like nice cars. I really like on this one, you start as a nobody.
You're a tourist in Japan, aren't you?
Yeah. And you start off with like a banger, and then you have to get into the tournament, and then you have to work your way up, and then
you see, this is the Need for Speed mindset.
Yes, and I like that, and I've not had a game like that in so long. I know I could probably play the Need for Speed
Unbound
and get that experience, but now I feel like I might as well wait for this.
Yeah.
I mean, they could both on Games Pass, or they will be.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could give Need for Speed a go.
I might, maybe I will, but then I don't want to then not play this because I've got my fill of car.
I know they will drive very differently.
They will, yeah. But I thought it looked really cool. I mean, it looks beautiful. I really like the idea of exploring Japan. I just like it. It felt more like I was watching a Need for Speed showcase.
Yeah, and they have a lot going on with the weather and the seasons and stuff.
Yeah, look great.
And this they haven't had
really
in previous
impressive.
games.
Yeah, and Ben,
I think the one where it's based in
you can make
England.
What's it called? You can make a village. So Ben's happy.
Yeah.
Is there a Robin Reliant?
There will be.
Maybe.
If there's a Robin Reliant, I'll have a go.
What were you saying, Joe, about was it Forza 4?
I think Forza 4 is that the one set in Scotland
4.
or England?
Yeah.
They had dynamic weather, but it wasn't like as you were driving, it was like you had to go into different seasons in the story to have it go winter or summer.
I played that a lot actually compared to 5. 5 just didn't hook me, but it's possibly because 4 was set in England. So
it makes a difference.
It might have been what made me stick with it.
I think dynamic weather, we were talking about this, I think yesterday, me and Jake were playing Arc Raiders, and we were playing on one of the maps, and then we did our raid, and then we went back into it, and on this version it was raining. We didn't select a raining mode, it was just raining, and it makes the game feel so much different that I feel like dynamic weather could be introduced into so many games, and then you can have one map with light wind, heavy wind and rain, blizzard, and you can have
lightning storm,
and then it will make that map feel so different every time you play it. But
even night and day.
Night and day,
I was just about to say it. The problem for me with 5 as well, one of the reasons we moved away from it, I was playing with maybe 3 or 4 friends at the time, and we'd come from 4, and we'd really enjoyed playing 4. When we jumped into 5, it just didn't work. We couldn't get in the same maps together. We couldn't. It just wouldn't work. So we kind of bared with it for a month or so, and it just didn't happen. So we drifted away from it.
Well, hopefully
number 4 had like the best intro of all the Horizon games as well, where you I think you were racing a hovercraft, and then you were against like the flying Scotsman train.
Jesus.
Like, you're racing the train, and there's the jet skis and stuff, and the rivers. It was so cool. And there's like one event after another, and then it let you start the game. I was like, this is all stuff that I'm going to be doing in an hour's time. That's great.
Nice.
I think it looks cool.
My only little nitpick, I will say, is those streets are wide in Japan. They ain't that wide in real life.
No. You have to make it gameplay.
Definitely. And I'm quite curious how they're going to, like, it didn't really show a lot of you driving through Tokyo, other than like doing races, I suppose.
Well, they did say that Tokyo is their biggest city that they've done.
Yeah. So I'm really curious to see what that actually looks like. But like the outside the city looked amazing, like graphically. Beautiful. Yeah. So I think even I haven't played a Horizon game since I'm going to say 3. I think it was on 360.
I don't even think it would have been 3.
No, there were no Horizons on 360.
It might have been the original.
There was Horizons on 360. I think the first one and the second one.
The original
started
definitely
Xbox
was.
One.
No, definitely the first one was.
First one definitely was. Yeah. Got it downstairs, Joe. It's on the shelf.
Is that the one that was in Australia?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it might. Yeah. You might be right. Because I played that one a bit, but I couldn't get into it.
So I think I'll probably give this a go. It's I haven't played a racing game in a while now, so this is the one.
Cool.
It looks cool.
Oh, what about the next game shown? Was that Beast of Reincarnation?
I think it was, by Game Freak. So moving away from Pokemon.
Finally.
They are, I suppose, like bringing out their creative chops, trying to expand their creative chops.
Yeah.
And bringing
allowed freedom.
Being allowed away from Pokemon. Let out the building. You can go work on something else. So we've seen a bit of this before. It looks like a Souls-ish game, but I don't think it actually is.
No, I think it did originally look like it. In the combat that you're doing as the protagonist, if you will, it's set in like it's like 1,000 years in the future, something ridiculous.
Yes,
and it's set on what I can only imagine is Earth, but after some sort of like apocalypse where nature is taking over.
I was just going to say nature,
sort of thing. And you play as this protagonist who kind of has like powers in touch with nature.
Yeah.
So is a hair made out of grass or something like that, or it can like connect to the vines or something.
Something like that.
And all the combat where you're playing as her, it looks like a typical hack and slash with some powers and stuff, and that looks quite cool. But where it looks a bit more interesting is you've got this companion like wolf character.
I think that's the one with the hair.
Okay, maybe that one that's the hair then. But you've got this companion wolf character, like a massive wolf, and they help you out in combat. But their combat is like turn-based. I don't think it's
it looks like
but
there was some Clair Obscure elements in it.
Yeah.
I think I posted something like we do quick time events.
So it reminded me a bit more of
Final Fantasy
VII, the remakes, but kind of with some of the artistic flair of Clair Obscure. Obscure, if you will.
Yeah, nice.
But where you are running around like actually actively attacking, but with your own few abilities.
And then you can pause to
let your wolf companion attack.
Yeah.
Pause, that's PAWS.
Of course. I thought it looked really cool.
It did look cool. I think it looks a bit rough around the edges, I'm not going to lie. This is their first time they're delving into something a bit more realistic.
Yeah.
I think even the other games I've made outside of Pokemon are all like cartoony art styles. So it's interesting that it looks this good.
Yeah. I hope
they've never done it before. Yeah. But that's what I'm mainly worried about, is it doesn't look like it would run particularly well. And some of the animations look a bit cheap. There's one specifically where she grows and high in the sky and she's like stood on a branch and it kind of like grows, and it just looks like the animation pauses and they just drag her up with a stick coming up.
Look that bad.
And I just couldn't get over it. But maybe I'm just
giving vibes.
Maybe I'm just giving Game Freak a hard time after all these recent Pokemon games.
I mean,
those trees look a lot more realistic than the ones in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah,
this actually looks like a next gen game.
I hope that they can learn a bit from this and apply some of the learnings to the new Pokemon. And I don't think entirely, but I think some of that turn-based style combat, and then your learnings from the new Legends game as well.
Yeah,
I think you could make a really interesting Pokemon game if you strip it right back. Maybe remake the first game and limit it to
I've seen a lot of people
Pokemon.
remake Fire Red or something in Unreal Engine, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, but then
they could just do that.
They've remade the first game
a lot
twice.
Yeah, but if you remake it entirely and have a combat system where you get 151 Pokemon, but you actually control them, and then you've got your
even a new region would be good with just
the Legends Arceus formula was so good. Why didn't you just reuse that but in a new place?
Well, even ZA, they've changed the combat quite considerably. They could do this Final Fantasy VII remake style combat. That would be cool, where you just like scratching or headbutting as Pikachu until you then have enough mana, let's say, to do like Thunderbolt or something like that. I've
always said if they had Pokemon battles that were just like the Pokken tournament game, that would win every Pokemon game ever.
Yeah, the only problem is the number of Pokemon.
Yes,
that's where it gets challenging. But you never know. I think back to Beat of Reincarnation though. I think it could be a really good step forward for Game Freak.
I think they're trying to prove something, and I hope it is proved.
And I think it looks quite a unique game. It doesn't look like a lot of other stuff we've seen before, which is exciting. And again, it's coming to Game Pass.
It could be the sleeper hit of the year.
Maybe
we will see.
I still think the sleep hit of the year is going to be Crimson Desert, because everything I see of that, I'm like, this game is literally the everything game. It can't be real. If it pulls it off, then
and it's a single player game, which is mental.
But we will see.
So next up from the Xbox Developer Direct was a surprise. Actually, they said they were only going to show 3 games, and
they said 3 and a secret game. Yeah, you did say there was a secret.
It's not really a secret if they tell you there's going to be one.
They didn't tell you what.
So the secret game was a game called Kiln by Double Fine. You know the
I like Double Fine.
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts and the latest Keeper.
And it's wacky, it's weird, but it looks fun. It's a multiplayer game where you design your own like pot or teapot or cup.
It's like a pottery simulator. You make your own vase.
Yeah, you basically put it onto what is it called? A kiln.
The kiln is when you heat it up. It's a pottery wheel.
You put it on a pottery wheel.
Yeah,
you form the shape of your own.
You throw a pot,
pot or whatever.
Yeah,
and then it grows like legs.
It gets like possessed, doesn't it, by these, I don't know what they are.
These weird ghost creatures, and then you go into these levels, and the idea is that you have to fill up your pot with water and chuck it on the enemy's kiln.
Yeah, you have to destroy the enemy's kiln, don't you? Each pot has its own sort of skill set. So depending how you shape your pot, the game will recognize if it's a vase or if it's a
jug
or a bowl or something like that.
There's going to be so many penises in that
game. And they all have their own like
stats.
But there is some artistic sort of like flourishes you can put onto it as well. I think that especially the pottery making thing,
looks pretty fun.
Looks really cool. I think the aesthetic looks really nice. I'm concerned for any multiplayer PvP game that comes out these days that it's just not going to find the player base.
Yeah.
Hopefully, with it being Double Fine, they're a good developer, and it coming on Game Pass, that it gets some. It's not going to be like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
But I think it looks like a fun game.
Do you know what I took away from the little showcase they did? That they just had loads of fun making it.
Well, they said, didn't they, that they have these, I don't know how often they do them, but they have these like moments, maybe it's a day or a couple of days or a week or so, where basically everyone stops the project they're making.
Yeah.
And instead they present an idea they've had for a game. You vote on which one to do, and for that week, all the developers just work on this new idea. And at the end of it, they play it, and if they like it, they'll take it forward. If not, they'll move on.
That's really healthy development cycle.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
People need to learn from that.
And Tim Schafer, who I believe is the head of Double Fine, he seems like a proper wacky and fun guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's like that behind the scenes as well. But it does seem to foster a really cool, creative environment where this guy who came up with Kiln, he is now, like, I suppose, the creative director of this game. I don't know what position he held. I think he was a concept artist.
Yes.
You know, so he's gone from concept artist to now this game is like leading it in a way, you know, because it's his creation. And now they'll, you know, and afterwards he'll continue with his normal job with the other games that they put out. I just think it's a really cool idea, and more studios should do it, because that's, you know, you look at Rockstar, you know, they make one game every 7-8 years now.
10.
Like 50.
They'll probably alternate between Red Dead and GTA for the next 30 years, and they'll have like 5 games, if that, in that time.
Yeah,
another one probably.
But once upon a time, they made a ping pong game.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it's called, but they made a ping pong game.
Bully as well.
They made Bully. They made what's it called? The Warriors. They made loads of different games, and they were always coming out with like new, smaller ideas between their big releases.
Yeah,
but now they've kind of shoehorned themselves into just making these mammoth games. Be nice if they could break away and be like, you know, we normally make GTA, but we made this game in a year instead.
It's something zany.
Yeah, exactly, and it's fun.
But it takes them so long to make these big games.
There's always a space.
We don't have to. It doesn't have to take that long. To make big games, maybe, but to make the
silly
multiplayer,
something that you can just do nothing with and have a laugh with.
And they've got so many teams and like different studios in different countries. One of them could do something else.
But then sometimes those are the games that pop off. Look at Fall Guys.
Yeah.
You know, I don't personally see Kiln being one of those, but it could be.
You never know.
You know, if it's fun enough. I don't think there's enough people in the world interested in pottery.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's probably the problem. But, you know,
in 6 months' time, I'm going to be seeing YouTube recommendations of how to optimize your potter's wheel. Something like that. Spin speed for optimum water throw, that kind of thing. You're min-maxing on the clay.
So
hopefully.
We'll move on to the last thing they showed, and this is the big one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, Forza was pretty big, but this is the big one. Fable.
Yes.
Also, finally some footage.
Also by Playground Games.
Yeah, so they've got a big year. They've got Forza Horizon 6 coming out and Fable coming out.
Yeah.
I was looking for like little background images of like Fable stuff when they were interviewing the people who made Forza.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to throw something in there.
Yeah.
And then they put Fable in there as well.
When's Forza coming out?
I think it's like mid-year.
I think it's mid-year, and Fable is
autumn.
Autumn, which I thought was actually really cool that they said autumn and not fall. Because they're in an English studio.
Yes.
Or the English.
Yeah.
I think they're English,
I didn't know if they might be Scottish, but I thought Fable looked nice.
Yeah.
It does look good.
It does look really, we're finally seeing it. After all this time, you can customize your own character. That's been confirmed.
Yeah.
You can be a rich twat.
Yes.
You can marry anyone.
Marry multiple people, apparently.
Yeah. Well, you could in the original.
It really seems like they've narrowed down on what made Fable.
Yes.
And it's that
the British humour.
The British humour, the fairy tale aesthetic. It's not just fantasy, it's fairy tale, which I think there is a difference.
Yes.
And the interactions with the NPCs. I think I saw the other day that there was like 1,000 NPCs that are like, you know,
all have their own,
that you can interact with.
They all have an opinion on you.
Yeah, they all have different. Yeah, so somebody might really like you for a certain thing, and then somebody else might hate you for that same thing.
I really want to try and make everyone like me, which is a disease, but it's going to make it really sad.
1,000 people. That's
someone's not going to like me, and I'm going to kill them.
Then everyone hates you.
Then they would have been right.
Back to this
I'm going to remove the stairs.
We know it's you.
I'm going to lock them in their own house.
Set the fireworks up in the house.
Yes.
It was 15th of May is the release date on Forza right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now.
But, you know,
it will change.
Push back.
The weapon combat actually looked pretty unique in Fable. It didn't look anything like the ones we've seen so far. It looked more slow paced rather than just mashing the attack button.
Yes.
I always like Fable for the mixture of sort of magic and melee as well.
Yes.
You could swing your sword and then next breath shoot fireball.
Or even enchant your sword.
There's not that many games that actually do that well.
Yeah,
usually you have to nerf one of them quite a lot, or you have to sort of spec into one of them. So maybe melee combat's rubbish, but you've got good magic, or vice versa. Whereas Fable always felt like one, you could be a hero, proper hero.
Master of all.
Yeah. But it looks funny. It looks like there's some actual interesting choices. So they talk about at the beginning of the game, Richard Ayoade's character. Yeah.
Oh, the giant.
Well, he's not a giant by the sounds of it. So
is he not?
They explained that he's a normal guy and he's accidentally drank a giant potion.
Oh, okay.
Turned himself into a giant. He can't turn back. But you've then got the choice. They said it's early game, so they said this. So it's a spoilers, but you're given the choice where you can kill him or not kill him. And if you kill him, then his body will stay on the map.
Oh, like I've heard that it can affect house prices in the area.
Yeah, but then it'd be interesting to see what happens if he's kept alive. Will that cause other issues?
To get him as an ally later on or something.
So I'm hopeful that there's more big choices like that, because choice and consequence was always a big deal in, especially Fable 2 and 3. Can't remember it in Fable 1.
There are choices.
In 1, it was more just like what your character ended up looking like. You got horns or you had a halo.
So apparently that's one of the things that they aren't doing in this. So you won't get halo.
Doing the morality system.
Yeah, you won't get halos. You won't look evil and stuff like that.
Because Fable was always, it was binary, good or bad. Whereas this is more fluid, where you can have, you're good, but you're a rich twat, as it says in one of the the stills.
I don't like you because you're a rich twat.
So that's a bit more interesting, a bit more nuanced, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to playing it. And I like that they also showed a bit of character customization.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was feedback from the original trailers where people didn't like the character model, but we'll see. The only thing I noticed, I don't know if you guys did, I showed Jake off pod, but if you look really carefully, there's a video where they're playing as the male character and they've got a really feminine walk. And I don't know how else to describe it other than it looks like they've made the character model as a woman and then just transposed the male body onto it. And they look, I don't know how to describe it. They really walk, quote unquote,
they walk with their
like
hips.
A woman. They walk with
rather
the hips.
Than their shoulders.
Yes, exactly. It's really funny to see. So I do kind of hope we fix that, because it's a bit jarring.
I do wonder if during the character customization you can edit yourself to be more feminine, because they had that option in.
Maybe that's
Cyberpunk.
what it was.
I was going to say, it's probably character choice, isn't it?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. But Playground Games aren't known for making games where you play as a human character, are they?
No,
so it could be just a bit of an oversight. Yeah. So
to be honest, I didn't notice until you
imagine if you walked around like a car.
Your limbs spinning wildly.
I will say that some of the combat looked a little choppy. I like the look of the combat, but it looked like it was a bit stuttery at parts.
Maybe
against the chicken.
Polish.
But it is coming out in autumn. You would like to think that it'd be smooth by then.
Yeah.
I really like the one where they punt what they call, they're not goblins, hobs. Punt the hob across the map with the hammer. That was ace.
Yeah.
And they got lightning powers. I saw that as well.
Yes. Yeah. No, it looks like a cool game. I'm looking forward to playing it.
I'm glad it's waited so long.
Yeah. And interestingly, it's coming out day one on PlayStation.
It is.
Wow.
I can't remember what they said about the other games in the showcase. They're all coming to PlayStation.
Yes.
But I don't know whether they're coming day one, but Fable definitely is.
Yeah.
So really interesting.
Definitely. I think I actually might buy it on PlayStation.
Cool.
Oh, we're getting it on Game Pass. Especially if it's good.
Yeah. I'll probably wait to see that first. But right, do we have any more news?
We do, just a little bit. There's been a lot more God of War casting. We mentioned it last time.
There's been ongoing casting releases in the
I'm not
Discord
going to give
well.
you a list, because there's a lot. It's interesting. It's starting to build up now.
Yeah.
And it looks well cast.
Well, the guy who plays Thor is called Olafur Olafsson. So if there was ever a Norse sort of sounding name for someone to play a character, then that's it.
So it's clearly not coming out for a long time if they're only just casting, but really interesting.
Yeah, really, really good casting so far.
And then they also had a Nintendo Direct just to show off a Mario movie trailer.
I did not see this.
And it shows Yoshi.
Cool.
Yes, it does.
He's in.
And then Toad has a very good reaction. Like, oh, so there's just dinosaurs now?
Yes. It also shows the dinosaur from Odyssey as well.
The T-Rex with the mustache.
Yes.
Cool. So maybe Cappy's in it.
God knows.
Maybe.
I don't know how far they're going to go. I mean, obviously it's the Galaxy movie. So maybe they're just putting some nods in.
Maybe, yeah. But, cool.
But yeah, pretty cool.
All right, with the news out the way, shall we move on to games coming up?
Woo! So if we are sticking with video this time, look, you can see it's not a prop; it's actually my book. You know, just saying. Right, games coming up. The singing voice. I did a little head nod and everything. Okay, February, fun.
February is usually the biggest month, but I think this year it's pretty quiet.
But I think it's because of the Shadow of One drop. But so I don't know how to say this. Nioh? Neo. There you go, Neo. That's not. I've seen The Matrix. I know how to spell Neo.
Neo 3. Yeah.
Neo 3. Dark samurai action RPG. The thing that stands out, I guess, is the flicking between ninja styles and samurai styles.
So it's the latest from Team Ninja.
Yeah.
So they did all the Neo games and Rise of the Ronin and Wu Chong Fallen Dynasty.
Of course, yeah.
So it's one of the more fast-paced Souls-like games. Not really for me. I've never played the Neos, but I've played the other ones and not really got into them. But yeah. Cool. When does that come out, Ben?
It's PC, PS5, 5th of Feb.
Cool.
Also, a demo on Steam to try now.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I think that's interesting. I like the fact that demos are coming back a bit more.
Yes. I was going to say that. There's a lot of them now. Mm-hmm. There's one for Code Vein 2 that just came out as well. Well, I think the game's out now, but
cool.
Yes. I wasn't interested to try that.
But there's not one for Resident Evil 9. There always is one for Resident Evil.
A couple of weeks, you never know. It might be.
True.
PUBG Blind Spot. I thought this was interesting. They've done a 5v5 top-down sort of tactical shooter.
Oh.
I thought this was the survival one they did.
No, it's it's Shroud of War and your team, 5 of you, versus another 5. Obviously, that's what 5v5 is. And you will unlock the shroud as you're going, so your team really ideally would separate to get more of the map unveiled. However, then obviously there's tactics in whether you're going to do that or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does look all right. It's a completely different angle for them, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, normally it's just free for all, isn't it, in PUBG?
It's hitting early access, PC, 5th of Feb.
When you say it's like a tactical shooter, are you controlling one character, but are you controlling them with like a twin stick shooter, or is it like you click here and your character goes there?
Actually, I didn't find that out thinking about it, the control style of it.
I'd be really interested. If it's more of a twin stick shooter, I might actually give this a go.
Cool. Yeah, rather than like an XCOM type.
Yeah, but Jake's probably thinking the opposite.
No, you are physically controlling the character rather than jumping spaces.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose if it's like 5v5 multiplayer, then yeah.
Nice. That could be quite cool because you don't often get twin stick sort of style multiplayer games.
No.
They aren't co-op anyway.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like multiplayer PvP.
Yeah.
Styx, Blades of Greed. Third game of its
Styx is one of them franchises that's been going for ages and ages. You don't really hear much about it.
Well, there's not that many games in the franchise, but it is like an old franchise.
I know, but when they come out, there's not usually a big hubbub.
No, they're quite niche. You play like a goblin or something?
It's like a Lord of the Rings aesthetic, and it's obviously not connected at all, but Lord of the Rings aesthetic, stealth action game where you play a goblin who is just greedy. In this one, is what I can make out, is after a specific ore or type, or he's trying to rob something. PC, PS5, Xbox S and X.
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
Feb 19.
I can't remember where you said PUBG was coming out on.
PC.
Just PC. Cool.
I think, I can't remember whether there's actually a demo for that or not. There might not be. We might be just dropping into Steam and seeing whether there is one. Sorry,
I'll have a look.
I didn't write it down, so.
Yeah, no, it's.
When stuff's coming out on PC, do we assume it's on all digital storefronts or just Steam?
No, there's too many storefronts to start listing it individually. Why I don't do it. It's just PC, and you just see if it drops in yours, I guess.
I think if it's on Steam, it's usually on everywhere. If it's not on Steam, then it's probably exclusive to like Epic.
Yeah. Okay.
I see. I want to leave that to last.
Resident Evil,
maybe. Yap Yap.
What?
You'll have to explain this.
Magic themed co-op horror style game. So you're basically it's a very hard one to describe. You are a minion of a high wizard, and you are causing antics in somebody else's castle.
Okay.
And you're a multiplayer. You cast spells verbally in it. It looks very interesting. And funny. It looks like a fun mess about game.
It's the one where you have to speak the spells.
I think it might be a different
down that vein. It's a different one.
That was a PvP.
You're a little tiny dwarf character person. They're very small. And you're basically just causing havoc. You're throwing vases around and trying to kill off the other wizard's vibe.
Fair enough.
But apparently it drops into horror-esque. So, I mean, it does look kind of fun. It's not going to be a serious game, is it? It's just.
There's definitely going to be a stealth section where it picks up on your breathing.
Looking at the character models, I can see why it would be horror-esque. They're just very unnerving to look at.
Yes.
That is PC 3rd of Feb.
Cool.
Nice.
I have to turn page. It stops dead, looks at it, and goes,
I've just read that one.
Can't read any of that. Reanimal.
Yes.
Oh, cool. I didn't realise that was this month. Nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was already
by
out.
the Little Nightmare people.
No, Little Nightmares 3 is out, Joe.
Scary.
Yeah, that's right.
This is
scary. Scarier than the Little Nightmare.
This is one of the trailers I had to look away from because it was a bit grotesque.
The Little Nightmares 3 kind of came, and it was by a different studio, and people weren't enamored by it. So that sort of fan base is really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be cool.
The simple premise I wrote down was your brother and sister escaping an island. That's what I worked out. Everywhere, 13th of Feb.
Nice.
It's co-op as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's the takes two type co-op, isn't it? When you're working together, you've got to work together.
Yeah.
I don't know fully the physics whether you're going to have. I don't think you have to have somebody there. I think the computer takes over the other person if somebody is.
Yeah.
Don't know too much about it, unfortunately, and as that's supposed to be my section, I'm really failing, aren't I? Before I get to the big one, I wanted to just mention there's something coming on PC, but playtest is coming for it, and I think I'm not really into it, but I really like the idea. So it's a post-apocalyptic extraction shooter.
What's it called?
It's PvP, PvE.
Yeah.
The Cube Save Us. Now, I don't know if you've heard about this. It's a little indie thing.
Is the Cube one not... Well, the Mungfish one.
I don't know who does it.
Oh, what did they do? The Russian Bioshock.
Basically, you get taken into the cube.
Atomic Heart?
It is into different biomes. So there's different sections of this cube where you are running through. So it'll be Aztec-y. Then it'll be a desert. Then it'll be, so you're running through these different versions of this world to try and do the collection style extraction shooter, the mission set to you. And I just thought it looked a very interesting game based on the fact that it is literally you go through a door and it's a different biodome altogether.
So it is the Atomic Heart one.
Right, okay.
There was like a separate trailer, but it's still Atomic Heart.
I remember. Yes.
Yeah, and there's a big floating cube in the sky, and then it's your extraction style. Okay, I didn't realise that was coming to early access.
Right under
soon. Yeah.
It's coming into playtest anyway, and I think it's supposed to be an open playtest rather than sign up for it.
Cool. Okay. I might have to.
So I thought I'd mention it. I don't know whether it might not end up landing this month because there's just not that much information out there about it. However, it did look interesting. I thought worth mentioning.
It's due to come out. Sorry, Karen.
I didn't know it was going to be an extraction thing. I thought it was going to be more like a PUBG.
Yes, same to be fair. I thought it was more of a battle royale.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm more interested now.
The things I'm reading say it's due to come out in Q4 2025. So
that's late.
Yeah. So that's what I mean by it's supposed to go into playtest. So whether it does or not is a different.
Cool. Hopefully.
Different story. It looked interesting anyway. Yeah. Not something I'd play because I just don't really get on with extraction shooters, to be honest.
You got to play Ark Raiders.
Yeah, apparently so. I'll have to give it a go at some time.
It's like 20 quid. Do it.
Resident Evil Requiem.
What's that?
Never heard of it.
Oh, nice. One of them indie studios. I think Capcom or something like
that. They do throw some rubbish out nowadays.
Yeah, so that's come around really quick. I keep forgetting how quick it is. I think it's the end of the month, though, isn't it?
27th of Feb on your main things, everything.
I've already uploaded the PlayStation funds for it. I will still wait for the reviews and stuff to come out because if it's mid, I'll wait. I'll definitely play it, but if it's like mid, I'll wait till it's a bit cheaper. If it's supposed to be
really good. Is it coming out on Switch too? If you say it comes out everywhere,
I think it is.
I don't think it is actually. Is it?
No, I think it is, but maybe not straight away. But no, it is because he on the last reveal thing, they had the Pro controller.
Switch 2 controller. Yeah.
So it definitely is. But whether it's straight away, I don't know.
Oh, okay. It'd be impressive if it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Straight away.
Quick, simple outline. Grace and Leon back to Raccoon City 20 years after the incident. I don't think you need to know any more than that because that's exciting to anybody who knows what Resident Evil is.
I
did see a funny trailer for this, actually, where Leon's like in a room and this nurse lady bursts in and says, "The doctor has gone mad." And you see him walking up behind her really slowly as a zombie with a chainsaw.
Oh, I've seen this.
And Leon's just stood there and it says, "Leon had 7 to 10 business days to save this woman." And he just stood there.
Yeah.
And then she gets a chainsaw put through her. He's like, well, I guess I can do a quippy one-liner now.
He's getting on. He's in his 50s now.
I do like quite what they used to age them.
Yeah.
Do like that. It's very good. That was it. I'm afraid that's what I could find. That was.
Don't be afraid, Ben. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
It's not that scary.
The grace part might be.
Can I just add one more for the Dragon Quest fans?
Yes.
That Dragon Quest. Is it 7 reimagined?
Oh yeah,
coming out. The one that's like 3D Akira Toriyama.
Yes.
Art style.
Yeah. Cool.
That dropped further right there for me.
That's coming out on everything, February 5th.
Cool.
There's a lot on February 5th.
Yeah.
It's definitely a quieter February than usual, though. Usually February is absolutely stacked.
Oh, definitely.
So
the post-Christmas ramp up.
Yeah. So cool. Shall we move on to the socials?
Go for it.
So you can find us on every social media platform, I'm pretty sure. Maybe there's a few we're not on, but we're on all the big ones. But the main place you can find us is on our Discord. So please join. We post probably daily at this point. Got a few different channels, a few things going on. You can ask us questions. You know, we answered a listener question at the beginning of this episode, so we're always open to those. You can email us as well if you got a question at gaminggarnish@gmail.com. But the most important thing, tell a friend, share our videos, do whatever you can, spread the garnish. So just drizzle the garnish everywhere. Yeah. So
don't forget they can also submit games to the backlog wheel.
Yes, you can.
Discord.
Yeah.
Which is quite fitting.
It is quite fitting, and it's a really good segue into this month's.
I would like to mention before you do that.
Okay.
That we are now making a bit more of a presence on YouTube.
Yeah. We've got a few videos.
Because it's not something we've done before. We've always been audio. So we are starting to drop a bit more there. Visit us there, like and subscribe.
Yeah, we are trickling out some more video of our beautiful faces. So did you know we did a interview with Scott Kelford?
Yeah.
And
you can see that.
Yes, we cut the video from that as well and put that on YouTube. But we're putting the full podcasts on YouTube, usually just audio, but we will transition hopefully into video. But then any of the special segments or the buried by backlog sections we're going to put on there as well. So
you can also see Ben's beautiful face on his Retro Wednesday stream.
Yes.
That's a new thing. We started doing a retro game each week at Wednesday night, 8 o'clock.
So you've just done Resident Evil 1.
Abuse. It's fine.
Yeah. No, it went well. You've just done Resident Evil 1, and there'll be another one before this goes live, which I don't know what you're playing. What are you going to play?
Probably going to just jump Resident Evil on a bit more and then see a bit more of the game, because obviously it's a long game. We don't want to spend too much on it. But we'll probably just get sort of midway of that and carry on for another hour on that next week.
Nice. Awesome. Well, with that, now let's segue into this month's Buried by Backlog, which was selected by me.
Mm-hmm.
So the game I chose was Pacific Drive, which came out in 2024. It's a survival game developed by Ironwood Studios and published by Kepler Interactive.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into our early thoughts before we move on. Anyone want to jump in?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I like the premise, but the execution could use some work.
Really? Okay, cool. Fair enough. Ben?
I am in Team Joe.
Okay, I think Jake's in the same.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I really like the premise.
Yeah.
It's not my sort of game, and it hasn't got me to like that sort of game. Let's put it that way.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, I do like that sort of game, and I think I've just been spoilt by others. I just didn't think it met the mark.
Yeah, that's
what sort of game is that?
Me.
We haven't really mentioned.
One you play.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I think I disagree with the three of you in saying that it missed the mark. I don't think it did. I think it nailed everything that it was intending to nail.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that.
I just don't think it was necessarily my cup of tea, in the sense that there was a lot of mechanics. And I think that was quite a lot. Yeah. Definitely. And I think it did it very well, but maybe it was too much for me. That makes sense. So let's talk about the gameplay. So the game is, it's a roguelike fundamentally. Once you've done your tutorial, it becomes a roguelike where you've got this vehicle. You venture into what's it called? Like a
forbidden zone.
A forbidden zone, yeah. And in that forbidden zone, there's these anomalies that possess different objects and do different things. And one of these anomalies has possessed your car. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you kind of get dragged in to this zone, don't you? It's not, you don't go into it yourself. You're driving
You're making a delivery and then you're sucked into the wall.
And it's not the car you are driving that you are using. It's a different car inside the zone, which is an anomaly in itself, apparently.
Okay, it's story-wise a bit confusing. A remnant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, a bit confusing. But the idea is you've got this sort of like beaten up car, and the aim of the game is supposed to try and get out of the forbidden zone. And sort of like figure things out along the way. And in doing so, you drive the car into the wilderness and try and get further and further and further. In doing that, your car will be damaged, it's destroyed, and you want to loot equipment so that you can fix up your car and improve your car. Yeah. So it's one of those games, kind of like a survival game, but rather than being a survival game where it's persistent, there is that roguelike element where you drive away from the garage, get as far as you can. If you die, you go back to the garage and you kind of...
Or even if you get to the end of your zone, you go back to that garage.
Sometimes, yeah. If you extract... kind of, I say roguelike, but almost extraction-y as well, because if you don't die, you might extract with all your stuff and go back to the garage so you can try and get further next time. So I don't know if roguelike is the right terminology, but it kind of feels the most fitting.
You kind of have a central hub, and there are missions to do on the roads.
Yeah.
And so you're not necessarily going down the same road every time.
No.
Because I don't know if it's procedural, but there's like tiles that
I don't know if it is. So before you go out, you go to a map and there's multiple points you can go to. I don't know if those points will be the same every time or not. So if you go to the same one twice in a row, whether it's the same or whether it's procedural, that I don't know. Probably not, because you do talk about anomalies changing things up a lot.
Yeah.
But then there might be 2 points along a road and you have to go to the first one first and then the second one to go further and so on. And if you look at a map, I don't know if you guys got far enough into it, but there's kind of like a central area you're trying to get to. So you start in the outer ring. And then at some part of the story, then you have to try and get to the middle ring. So you might have to go through 3 checkpoints first and then further.
And the closer you get to the middle, the more anomalous stuff's going on.
Yes. And where it gets quite hectic. So how did you guys find the loop of sort of like maintaining the car?
I think there was too many currencies that the car required.
Okay.
Like you have this paste that can fix stuff.
Repair putty.
But that can't fix a wheel that's popped. You have to have a separate kit for that.
Sealant kit.
sealant kit.
Yeah, there are certain damages to your car that you have to get certain kits to fix.
And it just made it better to replace it at some points.
Sometimes, I quite like that though, because it would make like the repair putty was quite a fix all for most things. I'm glad you didn't have to get like paint fix and stuff, and whole like loads of different things to like the repair putty does amalgamate a lot of things.
Yeah, it does.
But then like a tire, if your tire is worn, repair putty fixes it. But if your tire is punctured, you need the sealant kit.
Yeah, I like that.
But if you scan it, it tells you what you need.
Yeah.
So it simplifies it enough. Like your lights go out, you need the electrician's kit. I hoped you just need a new bulb, but you need an electrician's kit. But you scan it and it says
you can craft a new bulb and replace it.
Yeah, but if you scan it, it just says needs this, and then you fix it. So I thought that was quite well done. And there's a nice easy screen that tells you what is damaged, because there is like 14 bits on your car, I think, that you can fix.
Yeah.
And that can get damaged.
Panels, doors, bulbs, wheels, engine,
boot, bumpers. Loads of things. So there is a nice handy menu that tells you what needs fixing. So I didn't mind the repairing thing, but then you've got all your upgrades, which is quite vast.
I'll just go back to the repairing side of it. It was quite hard to get those repair kits because you didn't know them off the bat. So like I had one of my first runs, my headlights went out and I couldn't see anything because it was pitch black. And then obviously I scanned the headlight to see what was wrong with it. I needed the what sort of electrician's kit. I don't have the blueprint for the electrician's kit, so I can't fix it. And I'm already like halfway to my location.
This is where it falls down, because let me jump on the back of that when you're finished.
Yeah. So obviously I'm just like, well, I can't replace this because I also don't have enough parts to replace the headlight while I'm out in the world. So I'm just going to attempt to do it in the dark. And that was the biggest mistake I ever made.
Yeah. Okay, Ben.
Loads of frustrations.
You jump off the back of that.
So when I say I've been spoilt by other games that do this, the likes of, I know it's completely different in what it does, but the likes of Drive to Horizons, you would just get another headlight off another car that's everywhere, and you would just stick it on your car because you couldn't do anything else, and it would work. You could even take a bulb out of a shop to put it in the headlight slot. You see what I mean? Now this is where for me, I wanted my car to look differently. I couldn't. Because I had to wait till I unlocked the upgrades. I'm
surprised from your point of view, because usually you like them to be more realistic. And Drive to Horizons, based on your description, is quite unrealistic, whereas this is almost more...
Because I kind of feel
more complicated.
Just bolt things on.
Yeah, I feel like you should be, instead of having to destroy the part off another car to get materials to make the bulb that you wanted.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to just rip the headlight socket out.
Most of the cars are destroyed.
Well, I remember
finding... but they do have intact like bumpers and panels and whatever, and you have to destroy them first.
Finding a broken down car, and it was like mostly destroyed. But I remember it having some like armored panel on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, nice, I'll take that off and I'll put it in my car. You can't do it. You have to break it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is also a problem because the things you use to break stuff down also break down
so quickly.
Lose health.
Yeah.
So quick.
Like the scrapper and the pneumatic hammer.
You can find the armoured stuff in a cupboard. I found an armoured bumper in a cupboard that I could just put straight on. So why can't I take it off the car that I can see in front of me?
Yeah. Because I found a few panels just out lying around. And a lot of the time they were like, I think the panel I found was lying next to a broken down car. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll just grab that and put it in my car. But why can't I just take
it next to it? Yeah.
I suppose you could argue you don't have the tools for it. But
you have the tools to put it on your car.
Full of tools. You have a boot.
The thing is, like, you say obviously you scrap it in it and, you have to use your scrapper to, which has a lifespan to scrap that. But you get a lot of
materials.
You get a lot of those materials, and they stack a lot. So although you have limited inventory space.
Oh, I agree. I agree on that, to be fair. You can stack a lot of materials, but
the tools are very good. The Hoover to pick everything up,
and you can very easily
change my world.
You can craft things on the go as well.
Yes.
So yes, I get it, but
when it comes to like the scrapper, for instance, I really just don't feel like that should have a health.
You should make one and done.
It's a massive
I found
machine.
a lot of time I was racing the health bars against the thing I'm breaking down and the thing breaking it down with to see which broke first.
I think the point there is so that you know, when you go on runs, you have to be strategic about what you're taking and what you're doing. And I think that's what takes a bit of time, because at first I was stopping every single thing, scrapping it, going in every building, doing absolutely everything I possibly can. Like Ben, everything's mine.
And the mentality, everything is mine, does not work in this game.
It doesn't. And I think that is intentional. You're not supposed to. Sometimes, and towards the end, I've sort of realized this, my objective was to get to the middle ring. I wasn't stopping. I was stopping to get fuel and like the odd bit so that I could craft some bits on the fly. But my intention was to just drive safely, avoid the anomalies and get further. And you have to really know what your plan is on that run. If your plan is to do everything, you can't, because you scrap.
But that's forgetting the fundamental of the game for me. That's why I didn't get on with it. The fundamental of the game is working on maintaining your car. And that, to me, is what comes first, because that's a big focus. Then once I've got the cool car to do the job, I do the job.
Yeah, but I
want to check everything, and I want to get the stuff to make my car better as soon as possible.
But then
I want to do it all.
Then your runs should be focused on getting bits. So you stack a few scrappers, do maybe one area and escape, and then do your car up, and then you do that on repeat.
But what happens if I didn't get the parts back to make another scrapping tool? I'm cutting cars up going, I haven't found...
There is always the friendly dumpster at the base that can throw one out for you.
But you could take two scrappers. You know what I mean? It's more about planning each route. And I think it makes a big emphasis of this. You have to plan your route. You have to, and it's not just your physical route, but it's also what you are going to do.
Yeah, plan the materials you might need to use.
And I think because it's an amalgam of a few different genres, it's easy to play it like a normal survival game, which I know is what you're used to, Ben. And I don't think it plays quite like that because you can't easily get back to the garage. If you're playing a normal survival game, you go out, you venture as far as you know you can do, and then you go back and dump.
But it does make a whole sing and dance about the fact that, you can do it in your car. You can live out of your car. You don't need to go back to the garage.
Yeah. But then you need to make sure you get the right bits, which is always, are you going to get the right bits in the survival game? It can take
and that was my main breakdown of it. That's the bit I didn't like. That's what made it just not quite hit the mark for me. Because, like I said, it was a race that no one was in. I'm racing against the tools I'm breaking. I'm racing against trying to make my car better to try and do a job that I didn't fully get what I was doing. Just didn't quite.
Did you not upgrade any blueprints or anything?
Yes, but that was again another ridiculously complicated part of the game to work out. Oh, that room over there did that, didn't it? No, wait, was it not that room over there? I'm just overwhelmed by the sheer volume of crap to do.
Jake said this off podcast to me, and that there was a lot of menus. I mean, I played this entirely on my ROG Ally, so I had like a 7-inch screen, and I had no issue with any of this. I thought the menus were fine. There was two rooms in the garage. It's not that hard to remember where the room.
Yeah, with 78 different computers to go on.
It should all just run from that central screen in the main garage.
I don't think so.
The car on it.
I don't think so.
It doesn't tell you about the blueprints.
It does.
No.
I did not know. The only thing it tells you to go to this machine. To build something on the...
Yeah, to get the blueprint to build the antenna.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, so this machine is for upgrading the garage. And I don't know why that clicked in my head.
Yeah, that is exactly what I thought.
And then I started playing the game, and I was like, I'm not picking up blueprints or anything. And then I went back to this machine, and I just started going through the menus, and then I clicked something. I thought, oh, does that upgrade my stuff? Okay, I'll click that.
Couldn't work out what
blueprints started printing out this machine. And then I was like, oh my God. Blueprint, and then I just kept. Then I literally had enough points to get 20 blueprints, and I was just printing them off and going, "Yep, learn that. Yep, learn that. Yep, learn that."
But to this day, I still don't know what I was spending to make the blueprints.
It's unstable energy. It says it.
Oh yeah, it says it.
It says it on the left.
Brad, you're talking to the man who doesn't read text boxes.
It says stable.
Yeah, I don't read text boxes.
Stable energy, and there's a number under it. Unstable energy, and there's a number under it. And then corrupt energy, and there's a number under it. And then
that's already too many currencies.
When you hover over something, it says it needs this much stable energy.
I think also you had to do a lot of scanning in the world, which I don't think it emphasized.
I don't think it emphasized the scanning too much. But when you go hover over a blueprint, it says in big red text, you need to scan lead plate.
It does.
To get this. Okay, now I know when I see lead plate.
Well, this is it. I was like 4 hours into the game at this point, and I only just started learning this, and I was like, so I've just been.
I've been maybe I'm this capability.
Maybe I'm an idiot. But I just felt like I wasted my first 3 hours.
But going back,
there with you.
Going back to what Joe was saying, too many things to interact with. I like
too many currencies.
Well, not currencies. You were saying about it could all be done from one screen.
Yeah,
but I like that you had to go over to different things. You had to go over to the the fuel pump.
I liked the fuel pump, but that was right next to the car.
Yeah, but then all the other the screens to interact with, I thought they all had the place, and because they were so separate, it was harder to get confused and lost in menus. Whereas if it was all on one menu, then I would start getting a bit like, okay, I need to go through all this.
The button layouts was a bit weird as well.
Yeah, it didn't seem to me like it was made for consoles. Like they're going to press on something, being right bumper. To me, that was just alien. It should have been A or X or something like a face button. It shouldn't be a back button.
But I don't think it was. A load of games have weird. Like for example, Dying Light is RB to jump.
Yeah,
it's weird, but you get used to it.
Yeah,
and it works. I thought it was
maybe jumping between different games and coming back to this was a bit.
But like on PC, I imagine there probably is key bindings and stuff. But like to turn the engine on and pull the handbrake up, it's probably easier because you're using a mouse.
Yeah, you're looking at it. I did it.
I did like that aspect because it really reminded me of Star Trucker, and I really like that because you've got to do all that on there.
And then you can turn the wipers on by looking at the wipers, or you can D-pad, I think, and that'll do. There was things like that.
Definitely.
I did it on both. I did have both experience. I used the keyboard and mouse, and I tried it on the Steam Deck just to have a go.
I liked the driving aspect of it. That was my favorite part, actually.
But
I liked that the car doesn't automatically, go up to 100 miles an hour. You've got to keep it in good health.
Yeah. But then Jake was saying about when your lights went out and you were stuck. I quite liked how catastrophic certain things could be.
Oh, it was funny, and I definitely saw the light side of it. Maybe
light side, I get it. Yeah,
after the fact. But while I was doing it, I was I was literally just driving off cliffs, trying to drive back up the cliffs in the dark, and then I'd hit these mannequin enemies that blow up.
But to me, that happens. To me, that happens once. Okay. Lights are a big deal because it happened to me where I lost my light and then I had to escape and I couldn't see anything. And when you initiate an escape, the anomalies get worse and storms start and it's really intense.
They come towards you.
And I died. So if I had light, it might have been all right. So in my mind, now I need to focus on making sure I always have something to fix my lights.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I run out of fuel, I'll be like, okay, need to be more conscious of my fuel now and get fuel from cars and and do all that. So I think you're supposed to die because it's that kind of roguelike type thing. Yeah. But where I think you guys have gotten frustrated because you've died over something, I think the intention is to frustrate you so you learn from it. And
I did have a lot of, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And I did like the escalation, as you were trying to leave. I thought that was well done. It did put good pressure on you, but I got it completely wrong in one. I spent a lot of time in one of the maps collecting everything I possibly could and finding stuff and searching around and working out what things were. It was early on. And as I was trying to leave, I got it wrong because it said you need to be in the circles to leave.
Oh, you have to be outside the circles to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I went in these circles and I triggered it and the ground gets all dippy and messy about and it smashed the living crap out of my car and I had to use everything I found just to repair my car.
Thing is,
I literally wasted the whole time of being there.
I never had that.
The frustration level at that point.
I think that's where the frustration's coming. I've wasted my time.
I do agree with that because it was my last mission I tried to do was get to the middle ring and I had to go through 3 checkpoints. By the time I got to the 3rd checkpoint, there was no waypoint on my map on where to go to enter the next ring sort of area. So I didn't know what I was doing. I was driving around a bit aimlessly because it wasn't telling me anything. And then I eventually died. And when stuff goes wrong, I find it goes wrong very quickly and all at once.
And a lot, yeah.
And then I died and I was like, I couldn't do anything. I knew quite early on when it all started going wrong, I knew I couldn't get out of this. So I just had to wait to eventually die. and then it kicks you back. And then I thought, well, I've got to go through 3 more checkpoints again. And it took ages to do it because you're driving carefully. Doing that. So at that point is when I finished, because I did find that I was finding, I was wasting my time at moments. So I agree with you on that part. And that's why it's not for me. But I don't, I think objectively at what it's trying to do, I think it does a good job. It's just not for me.
I definitely see that there would be an audience, 100%. Yeah. Because it runs well. Should we talk about
star control, damage and aggression, the usual structure? Yes, we should.
More about what's your, I don't think we've really explained, as you're moving along these maps, how it works. You kind of,
what story-wise?
There is a story going on and people are asking you to do stuff. But you'll start at your garage and you'll plot a route to your next objective. And on the way, it'll say it's a 3-hour drive to this location. And then you'll spawn at that location.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to find the exit in that zone to then carry on for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
To the next location. And usually you go in, I think I got to a point where it's usually you had to do at least one zone before you got to the main zone that you needed to go to. Sounds like you, Brad, did one where you had to go for 2. Yeah. So that's cool. It does kind of feel a little, after you've done it a couple of times, tedious to, I have to drive through this area just to get to the area I want to get to.
And I think
try and do the mission I want.
And I agree with that. I think maybe what they could have done is a system where you can bypass the checkpoints, but maybe costs a resource.
Yeah.
And maybe that comes eventually. I don't know.
Do they put those stops beforehand so you can build up your material?
I imagine
because you'll need them for the last zone.
Maybe. Yeah.
And also throw stuff at you, I suppose.
Yeah.
They're
so get used to what the new anomalies do and all that. There was something I think it did really well, actually, was even though there was no time limit, it felt like there was something chasing me. Yeah, the anomalous dread, even though there was no time limit saying the anomaly is going to hit you in 2 minutes or something like that.
But sometimes
it felt like it would always, if I stayed still too long, it felt like something was going to come. So
it says when you select a thing, a map to go to, it says what the conditions are, and sometimes it says perpetual anomaly or something, something like that. And I think it just means it's safe. You can spend as long as you want.
Yeah. And sometimes even in those zones, I felt like something's going to go wrong in a minute.
Yeah. Well, I remember
and it does when you extract.
Side. Yeah, there's definitely a horror element to it. Yeah,
it was. I found staying around too long spawned mannequins, and that is the freakiest thing
you'll turn around.
Because I literally, when it first happened to me, I was looking through a little caravan, got myself a bumper. As I said, I found it knocking about. Turned around, walked outside, and thought, how do I fit this to the car? Looking around, trying to work out how to put it on. It was early, and I turned around. There was a mannequin right next to me, face to face. Didn't know what to do. Panicked, jumped in the car, drove through it, blew up. Everything went wrong. But it did its job. It did really work well.
Yeah,
definitely.
That made me jump scared, and I tried to drive off, and it didn't work.
I think the anomaly side of it's really
There's those other anomalous enemies as well, that flying squids made of scrap.
Yeah, and it hooks onto you and tries to get out.
I found none of them ever interacted with me. I thought, maybe they're just part of the environment, because I was parked in my car underneath one. I thought, if I don't move, maybe it won't see me. Nothing happened. It just flew right by. But then there was another one later on where I just drove under it, and also nothing happened.
Oh, that's true.
So I don't know if there's a context clue, or maybe they were bugged out for me.
Every time I drove under one, it almost grappling hook or magnetized my car to.
You had to get out. You had to get out, grab it, and throw it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I did one where I drove over this like a ramp just to get away, and that felt ace because you're running away from this thing and it's trying to throw you around, and you jump over this ramp and you're I made it. Nice.
It doesn't explain all those things, but I think again intentionally you have to learn it. So I got out, and they're called bunnies, aren't they? The ones that grab onto you.
Yeah,
and you just literally grab them and throw them, and that's it. Yeah. You have to get out your car to do it. So sometimes
because they start messing with your car, don't they?
Yeah, they start driving off the road. And
I remember. So I suppose at this point we're talking about the anomalies and the dread. I remember turning around once, and I don't think I saw the mannequin before, but I turned around and this panel got thrown at me. Literally, this mannequin had thrown it at me. That creeped me the hell out. But I was almost like, thanks for the panel.
Let me just break that down.
Yeah. Did you guys get any quirks?
Quirks?
I don't know if you would have got far enough, because there's a quirk panel. So
the little 4 Like the Windows logo, you put things on.
So
that's what the face buttons do.
They're really not those. No, it's back
like
at
ability.
It's back at the base. But what quirks do is, it'll be a really interesting set of mechanics. So I think I had one. If I turned left for long enough, my headlights went out. So when that happens, you don't realize stuff will happen. There's sometimes maybe every time I think I might have had one. Every time I brake, my hood comes up of the car. Little things like that. So then you have to go back to base, and there's an interactable like computer with a list of like ifs, then statements. I think there's 4 columns. So the first one's like if, and then you scroll down to turning. So you click turning. And then you've got a few more options. It'll be like left, right, hold right, blah, blah. So turning, hold left, then bumper opens. And you have to sort of diagnose the quirk. If you successfully diagnose it, then it'll remove the quirk. Or it'll say 3 out of 4 guesses correct. Try again. Yeah. And you have to sort of like work them out. I thought that's a really cool. He's looking at the amount of different options there are.
Yeah.
It can be really like some of them are small. So like, I don't know, accelerate, the wipers go on, door opens, but some of them could be pretty big. Like every time I accelerate, my hood comes up and I can't see.
Yeah. And there's no third person driving option.
No, it's all first person. So I think that was a really cool mechanic that I'd like to see in more things. And it is really
I would say that's a cool mechanic if there wasn't already an abundance of different systems in this game.
Yeah, I get. Yeah,
you could make that a game on its own.
Yeah.
Speaking of mechanics, did like the way that you would have to put it in park, handbrake on, mess around inside the car to make everything function.
Yeah,
in quotes, I like the realism of driving.
That's what
so many times forgotten to do it and got back to the car rolling off down the hill.
I enjoyed unlocking the handbrake because it meant I could leave it in drive.
Yeah,
me too.
I got the achievement for trying to drive with the handbrake on too many times. That's the elements I thought you guys would really like, and then Ben, I thought you'd really like the horror element. But I think it sounds like it just went too far with the system.
I think I was expecting a different game to what I got. I was expecting like the upgrades would be like permanent upgrades. I wasn't expecting to be a constant maintenance.
Well, the blueprints are permanent, and then you just have to, I suppose, craft them. But then if you don't get too destroyed, and if you die, you don't lose everything. You lose a bunch, but you don't lose everything. So, then you just want to keep on top of the repair points and making sure you're fully repaired every time. I fixed all my wheels into, I think, sport and then off-road tires. And it was like the third upgrade for them. And I never lost a tire.
I only ever got to having 4 summer tires, and I felt so proud.
Yeah. I think I got to that.
All of the same tire.
I had old off-road, but I never lost them. So from summer to off-road, I still never lost them. So you were semi-permanent.
Back on the scaries, the things that it did pretty well. There was times when I was on the road and I'd clearly spent too much time in the area, but it was really subtle. But you'd spot it, like the mannequins were in the tree line.
Yeah,
and you're like, and then the pressure that puts on to get moving.
Yeah,
because like, are they getting closer? You get paranoid.
Because I don't know if they were moving. I don't know if the mannequins moved at all,
or if you just noticed them.
And there's a lot of different anomalies as well. Like
the worst one for me is when the road underneath you decides to lift up into a pillar.
Yes.
I drove off so many of those and damaged the front of my car.
I think it does that really well, to be fair. And I like the aspect of your car getting damaged and you having to fix it. I think it might have been better if you didn't have your garage base per se, but you were just driving. It was like a linear thing more so. Where like you would do your first level, upgrade your car with whatever you could find, and then you drove onto the next level and it was another open area.
You
just lifted out the car.
A specific garage that keeps respawning in places. So like you just pull into it, do your work, drive off
after every
next
level.
Time you see that,
I agree. I do agree that.
Next time you see that type of
or
garage,
if there was just like petrol stations, which you do come across in the zones, you could go and do that stuff there.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
like the power armor stations in Fallout.
Definitely.
I think all the other elements you could have kept all the other elements in there if the game was a bit more simple or straightforward in what you had to do. But because it was quite complicated, all the elements became quite overwhelming. So I do get that. You know, I think
the feeling I got from this game is how I imagine you guys felt when I tried to introduce you to Monster Hunter.
Yeah, except with no one.
So many different things going on.
No, I'm
kidding. What about the story? Because there's probably not much else to talk about, but there is that sort of like story element where it kind of. Yes,
there's that woman on the radio and those two guys on the radio.
That's what she was saying. I thought it threw too much at you. If I'm honest, the constant babbering and battling in the background made me ignore it. The constant things needing to read made me ignore them.
I think that's a you problem, Ben.
But it's okay to do that. Yeah. But I've missed so much based on the fact that I was just sick of her talking. I was sick of the nonsense.
Fair enough. I disagree on that. I actually liked the intrigue of the story and them all talking and learning little bits.
I thought it was well voice acted and everything they had to say I thought was quite interesting. And it was quite funny hearing them bicker. You know, you had the two guys.
It was quite Bioshock-esque to me.
A bit,
the radios.
Yeah. And they were sort of telling you to go. You had no idea where you were or what this environment was. These people did, and they were telling you to do stuff.
I didn't like the journals though. The reading aspect. I just wasn't as invested.
I don't think I found it.
But because
I found about 3.
Because that was supposed to bridge the gaps to give you more information. That's why I started just ignoring all of it. Because
I think you'd need one or the other. Because the story in the journals was quite cool because it's about how the anomalies started and stuff.
Yeah.
And like how there was one that I read where they were discovering things that were going to happen. And then they stopped them from happening, but they reset the timeline that they were in, but they all remembered it happening and it didn't.
Yeah. Well, they talked about that on the radio, didn't they?
Yeah.
But
there was in a caravan. There was some written evidence of it as well.
See, I didn't find any notes, or I think I did find some journal things, but I didn't actually see how to read them. I just thought it was maybe just like collectibles or something. So
no, they're in your inventory. I'm pretty sure
that's something I completely missed. But I got enough from the intro, getting sucked into the world, and then the radio chatter. I got enough from that, for it to explain enough about the world, but with enough intrigue. But then give me enough propellant to know what I was doing and sort of push forward. And again, I thought it was entertaining to listen to them. You can actually just turn the radio off, I think.
Yeah.
But there was there was an actual radio with music on, weren't there?
Yes, there was,
which I didn't realise until one of my quirks turned it on. Oh no, it was the bunny grabbed on.
Yeah, I think that's the same actually. There's music. What?
But I quite enjoyed it because there was enough mystery about it and it was an interesting enough world.
Yeah.
Right, shall we move on to the final recommends?
Yeah.
I don't think there's much more to talk about.
No, I don't think so. Let's do it.
We've covered pretty much everything.
I'll go first. I'm gonna say not recommend for me specifically, I suppose. If you don't really like this sort of game, this isn't going to convince you to like this sort of game, and I don't really like this sort of game.
Yeah,
so
fair.
Just not for me. I think it's got some cool. I think it's got some cool elements, but I think it's a bit. We've kind of already said it. There's a lot of menus. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. So cool ideas. I see it's probably got a very specific audience that would love this. Yeah. But if you were like not really into this sort of game, I wouldn't bother.
Well, the general sentiment online is very high. Like I think it's like a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Yeah,
so obviously the people who like it really like it.
Yeah. Well, that's my 2 cents. Yeah, it's got some cool ideas. Just it's not going to convince you to like the genre, basically.
Fair. Yeah.
I think I'll go next. I'll give it a soft recommend. But the caveat for me is if you're playing other games at the same time, you can't be playing this game. It's got so much going
100%. And I alluded to that exactly, I think, last episode, where I said I was playing this, Dying Light, and Ark Raiders, all which are very loot-driven games. You have to go out and get loot to often upgrade stuff. And that definitely soured my experience.
Yeah, and
100%.
The thing is, it didn't hook me from the get-go to make me want to do that.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're 100% right there. Yeah. If you would just have this as your main game, you would enjoy it a lot more.
because there's a lot of depth. There's so much depth to it.
Yeah,
there's in the systems, in the story, even just the general gameplay. Like no 2 runs that I did ever like went the same. Even if I'd failed one and did it again, it was very different. But I think, like Jake, it's just not my kind of cup of tea. I would have liked a more simplified, light version of this game where, like, if it didn't have the home hub, but then again, you wouldn't have the main aspect of the game, which is the extraction, which is advertised on all the promo art. You go into that big glowing pillar in the sky. If you just finished a level like that and it took you to the next area, I would have been fine with it. But it's the constant returning and going back. I felt like I wasn't making progress as much as I wanted to.
Fair.
But yeah, recommend if you've got more free time on your hands. But I think I was too focused on other stuff to be able to get fully into it.
Yeah, fair. Cool. Ben?
I couldn't recommend it to somebody like me.
I think that's my biggest surprise, because I think this is made for you.
And I don't know who would like this game. I don't think I know a person that I could say that to and go, oh, but you'll love it. It's very niche. It's very its own thing. I can't even compare it to something really because of... it just confused me. It confused me in general. I wasn't keen. I don't think I can recommend it because I don't know the kind of person to recommend it to.
I think
that makes sense. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. Because to the right person, this will be great.
Yeah. I think you've been spoiled with like better versions of this.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Or
to you anyway.
Simpler.
Yeah.
More
tailored
versions of this.
Different versions.
It's a bit of a no for me, which isn't a reflection on the game. It's a reflection on the person, because there's some aspects I really liked of it. Some of the tools worked really well. The Hoover suddenly improved your world. You didn't have to go around picking each individual bit up. There are some very good player friendly things in it. It's just not for me.
Well, I've kind of got egg on my face because I said that you guys would really love this. I genuinely thought you would. On paper,
it's a reflection on you.
Maybe I've completely missed the mark of what I thought you liked. Because to me,
I would have thought, I was playing it thinking Ben's going to love this, to be honest.
This is exactly what he describes as games that he loves. But hey, I think
no shotguns. That's it.
Yeah, that's the key.
I mean, there's an impact hammer.
There was, which
I do love a good hammer.
So
a good hammer.
I think I'm more aligned with Joe in what Joe says, because I think he's basically spot on. It's a game that requires your attention, and I didn't think it was going to be as in depth as it was. I did think it was going to be more sort of straightforward in a lot of its elements, and I do kind of think that would be better as a game if it was a bit more simple. I don't know what you would necessarily have to strip out, but I think we've talked a lot in this about what we would like to see, maybe not improved, but changed. But that would just be for sort of us personally. I think I would still recommend it. I think I'd recommend anyone to give it a go because it might be the game for you.
I think
it's going to be someone's game of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of people. As I say, it's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam. It's an 80-something Metacritic, which is high. It's a very well received game. Fundamentally, a lot of people played it and really enjoyed it. And maybe they were only playing this at the time. So I definitely would recommend it because I think it is a very good game. Fundamentally, it does everything really well. It just does a lot. And if you can't commit the time or attention to learning all of its systems, then it might be quite difficult to get into. I do think that there is a lot of time wasting. That's my big negative on it. Is I think there's a lot of time where you feel wasted.
I think for me,
maybe that's the niche. Maybe that's the thing.
Yeah,
you don't have the time to waste.
Maybe
yes,
because
600 hours in Factorio.
That's not wasting time.
That's simultaneous time.
For me, that is a cardinal sin of gaming in my brain. If my time's wasted, I don't like it. But this is designed to waste your time.
I don't think it is. I don't think that's fair. Saying it's designed to waste your time is quite derogatory. I don't think it's designed to waste your time because every time you do quote unquote waste your time, you have learned something.
Yeah,
you don't do that, and you don't lose everything. You do still to be fair,
take
stuff back.
You go back,
tiny progress.
You go back to the garage, and it starts that what's it called? The friendly.
The magic dumpster, but then
just throws loads of stuff at you.
But also, you do keep stuff in your inventory as well.
Yeah.
In your car's inventory, not everything is fully destroyed. So it doesn't entirely waste your time. Where I loved Returnal, for the most part, you could do a run on that and die, and you literally have wasted your time because you've not got anything from it.
Yeah.
And you start again, and maybe you had a really good run that time and you wasted like half an hour. But then the next run or the next 10 runs, you get nowhere because you get bad rolls.
Which fair.
But this game has the capability of wasting 3 hours in a level.
Yeah.
To die and lose it all.
3 hours? No, I wouldn't say so. I'd say half an hour.
If you're a forager.
Yeah, but there's not, there's points of interest on the map to forage. If you forage in the trees, then you've only got yourself to blame. If you go to the points of interest, it takes maybe 10, 15 minutes for each level, I would say.
And that's how you leave your car rolling down a hill.
Yes.
Because you jumped in and out and
to be fair,
too stupid.
I get what you
too
mean
quick.
with the wasting time. I mean, you can waste your time in anything. I was hitting my head against a brick wall fighting a boss in Armored Core 6 the other day. I suppose technically that's time wasted, but I was practicing.
Yeah, and you learn.
I also feel like the way you brought that up, Jake, you felt rewarded once you'd done it.
Yes.
Whereas in this, I did not feel like I'd accomplished much.
Yeah, it was just a setback, basically.
Yeah. No, fair enough. No. I would still, I think, recommend it to most people to try in case it is their type of game.
In case you are that person that likes it.
You need to find out if a game's not for you.
Playing it. Don't play it when you've got loads of other things. It's not a back burner game. This is the game you need to be playing.
Yes.
Your main game, other games are sort of on the back
whereas I think most of us, by the sounds of it, went into it with like this will be a nice little game to play on the side.
Yes, and that's kind of what I do. So that's this month's
Even Stevens on the recommendations there.
But next month's is actually a community selected one, isn't it? So we took the games from the wheel, we asked the community what they would like us to play, and the one that was selected was Deliver Us the Moon, which was suggested.
The moon. Yes, I just waited to say
it was suggested by Dirk No Pixar.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you for the suggestion. I don't know anything.
Nothing about this one.
Same.
So exciting.
Interesting one. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to playing that. But that's been us for this episode.
Yeah.
We've been Gaming Garnish. Thank you for listening. See you next time.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.